Here we go, 6 o'clock on a Monday on the MJ Morning Show. Hey, folks, thanks for joining us. First things first, as far as the medical issue, Roxanne, are you still flashing? You still having fireworks shows in the corner of your left eye?
I was paying attention to that this morning. I think I only had like 3 on the drive-in.
Oh, really? And color?
No, just like that flashy, yellowish, whitish.
White
lightning
flash?
bolts.
Ah, very, very
and
exciting.
It's just when I turn my head really quickly, so it's so safe while I'm driving.
But it's less than what has occurred, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's super. Froggy, welcome, buddy. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How was everybody's weekend?
Anything exciting to report from your weekend?
I went to a movie with the family, and that's about it.
Yeah, what movie did you go to?
Across the Spider-Verse, the Spider-Man movie.
Ah, so you contributed to that box office blockbuster?
And I was all paranoid because two guys came in, and they had a bunch of bags. And
Hold on a second. Hold on. A bunch of what?
2 guys came into the theater.
No, what'd you say first? I didn't understand.
I was paranoid about these 2 guys.
Yeah, you said, I thought you said like bunk 2 guys or?
No. These 2 guys
came
in with a bunch of bags.
Right.
And I'm like, are these guys going to shoot up the theater? Like, I was freaking out. Like, that's all I was thinking about. So I ruined the movie for me. There was a baby crying the whole time.
Wait a second. See, what's the name of the movie? Spider-Man?
Like Across the Spider-Verse or something. It was fantastic. Really good movie. But I was paranoid the whole time. I think I watch too many crazy YouTube video channels and I get freaked out. I think I'm starting to become real paranoid.
Just don't leave your house.
Yeah.
That's the first movie I've been to in a decade.
Should we wrap you in bubble wrap? Yeah. Well, listen, the movie that's going to get me out of my house, listen, I just haven't been to many movies because, well, there's so much streaming, and the movies, they pretty much make it to home availability fairly quickly.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing that really has been so urgent that I've got to go. And I've got to deal with, people talking, people kicking my seat,
Now, if I go to the movies, I like to go to I like to have a glass of wine and do like a Cinebistro type thing, make it a big deal.
Yeah,
I was on edibles too, and Spider-Man on edibles. Holy cow! Holy cow!
Oh, and by the way, I was on edibles.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And who drove to the theater?
My wife did, of course. It was a family event.
All right, so
makes it more fun.
You're in the front seat, and you're in the passenger seat, just popping edibles.
No, about
Kids
an hour
are in the
before.
back.
You have to time it so it hits you right when the movie starts.
Oh my gosh.
Which edibles were you on exactly?
I took about 45 milligrams of a chocolate bar that I have. That's about 8 pieces.
Whoa.
They recommend 5.
Can I ask?
They recommend 5. You had 45.
Yeah.
They recommend 5?
5 milligrams, yeah, and I took 8 times that.
And you wait. Hang on. They hold on. Say that again.
The chocolate bar comes in 20 little pieces, and each piece is 5 milligrams.
All right. So they recommend how many?
One piece.
1 piece?
5 milligrams. I took 8
You
pieces.
took 8?
Yeah.
You took 8 times the recommended dosage?
And during Spider-Man, I was like, I think I was kind of tripping.
God.
And paranoid about the guys with the guns.
They didn't have guns. They had bags from Ross, probably.
Yeah.
Why would they bring that crap into the theater, though?
I don't know.
Hold on. Was it a mall-attached movie theater?
No. It was
the Veterans 24?
Yeah, it was the Veterans 24.
All right.
Exactly.
There's no big box stores attached to that.
No.
Interesting. So what kind of bags did they bring in?
I don't know. They had satchels with them and stuff. I'm like, what are these guys setting up ready to do?
They had satchels and
wait,
like nylon carry bags. They weren't
bags like this. Like they walked in like this. Like
backpacks?
I didn't know you could.
Came in, they sat down.
A lot of times theaters won't let you bring that in because, theaters are concerned about people setting up the video cameras.
Well,
care
yeah,
about
You know,
that.
there are some movie theaters that have like the ushers have night vision goggles
Yeah.
to take a look to see if people are videoing. Yeah, Rox?
yeah. I mean, or they could be bringing guns or weapons in bags that size. I
Of
didn't know they were
course.
allowed to bring bags like that at all. Froggy, are you sure you didn't hallucinate the
Yeah.
bags?
No, they were there bare. They were there.
It was some guy's
all
some guy's
distorted.
wallet. You thought it
was-
was a bag.
It was a bucket of popcorn, and Froggy thought it was a knapsack filled with machine guns.
Little machine guns.
Dude, and you're on the edibles for your pain management.
Yeah, I had a real bad backache yesterday.
All right, so-
Headache.
So migraines, back pain.
Yeah. Stress, anxiety.
How do you keep these tasty-looking edibles away from your kidlings?
Oh my God, you lock them up as if it was a gun. I have an edible locker.
Safe.
You have an
Safe.
You have an edible lockbox safe?
Yeah, of course. You can't listen.
Are you serious?
They don't know nothing about that.
My God.
They could have their little candies and I'll have mine.
See, I can't top that movie story, but I had to teach my daughter what baloney boobs are because we watched Pitch Perfect.
You watched what now?
Pitch Perfect.
I love that movie.
And it's
Yeah.
cute. It's really cute.
And baloney boobs?
Yeah, there's a scene
All
where
right, can you hold on to that
Yes.
thought? I don't want to get too late here. All right, so baloney boobs are next, folks. What the, I have no idea what I got. Now I got Roxanne tripping on baloney boobs over here. All right, so hey, Froggy, I want to know how Spider-Man was when we get back. Hey, did you see that I-95 collapse up in Philadelphia? One of the most crowded, most busy, major thoroughfare interstates in the entire United States of America, in a major city, and the freaking southbound lane overpass collapses, and then I think northbound's unsafe too, right? Because it's all buckled. What a mess. All right, hold on. Just getting rolling this morning. It's a busy Monday morning here on the MJ Morning Show. It is 6:07. We're back. Fester. Fester was out on Friday. Fester's out this entire week. You know, it really kind of sucks because I've got this story about an airplane and a passenger being sandwiched in the middle seat between two very large passengers. And there was a whole to-do going on. There's a whole ruckus that happened. There's all kinds of shaming accusations. And who better to discuss that than Fester? But he's on vacation with his mother-in-law in Colorado. Oh, my God. Right, so
He could have experienced that on his flight out there.
Yeah, and if you missed it last week, I kind of just threw it all out onto the table. I'm like, you guys are totally scamming me. You guys are conning me because you guys have figured out that I take my 6 weeks of vacation during the course of the year. And listen, I've earned it. I don't want to hear any crap from people. I don't want to get notes and emails at mj@mjmorningshow.com or little digs on social media. Oh, 6 weeks. Oh, you think that's enough vacation? Yeah, look, you know what? After 40-something years of doing this radio thing and doing 2 shows a day, you know what? I think that 6 weeks of vacation's okay. Yes, I do. I'm happy with that. I've had 6 weeks. Froggy, how long? I've had 6 weeks of vacation since
A long time.
I think like early 2000s. It's been a while.
But that whole I earned it thing, you know.
Damn it, I've earned it.
That's a pet peeve of mine. I can't
Oh,
say
what?
it. When people say that.
I don't deserve it?
No, I earned it. Did you?
Anyway, the scammage is that you guys have figured out
Yes.
that you guys get off when I go on vacation, but then you'll say, oh, but my vacation schedule doesn't work with yours. So you take your vacation, then you get my vacation. So you weasels end up getting more vacation time than I get during the course of the year.
It's not. It's
Weasel!
true, though.
Weasel!
It's true.
Weasel!
We're not weasels.
How are we supposed to align our family vacations and our personal commitments with your stuff all the time? It just doesn't work out that way sometimes.
Yeah, it's true. It's not all about you, buddy.
I never said it was, but it is the MJ Morning Show. It's not the Froggy Morning Show.
No, it is
It's not the Fester Morning Show. It could be the Roxanne Morning Show very shortly, though. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we've only got a few more months around here. What does it matter?
We got to get into the Britney Spears matter. I'm telling you right now.
Leave Britney alone!
Dude, listen, I'm coming to Britney's defense, all right? Come on. Yeah, did you see the accusations about Britney Spears?
What, that she's a fake and it's actually her sister?
No,
Britney's dead?
no.
My suggestion?
Dude, we talked about that 2 months ago. No.
What?
This is fresh. We'll get into Britney and alleged drug use and, I mean, crazy stuff.
I did see that.
The families, there were lots of fingers pointing and words are flying, so we'll get into that later on. So stand by. All right, let's talk about your baloney boobs, Roxanne.
Well, yeah, this is something Froggy's very familiar with because he said he likes Pitch Perfect.
Right. If you're just tuning in, you missed it. We started the show. I just kind of asked the crew, hey, what happened this weekend? And Froggy said he went to see Spider-Man on 8 times the amount of edible dose that's recommended.
Yes. Well, you know, they really should be stronger. The recommended dose should be a little higher.
So,
I mean, you might as well take a Hershey's Kiss
so
if you can take one.
This is an edible chocolate bar with THC?
Yes. Yes, it is.
All right, and they recommend you have 1 5 milligram square?
Yes, and I took half the bar.
And you did 8 squares, right?
Yeah, that's right. And it was delicious milk chocolate with a caramel in the middle. Oh.
But then you said you were tripping during Spider-Man.
Yes, there's the animations, every different Spider-Verse has different animation, and that was kind of tripping me out.
I don't know what you're talking about. You know, I've mentioned this before. The whole DC Marvel stuff.
So good.
It's not my bag. It's not
every preview was like a Marvel movie.
It's just not my cup of tea. I don't care for all of the comic action adventure with, I mean, it's just nonstop visual and audio barrage. It's all computer generated imagery, all CGI. I just like, you know what we watched over the weekend? We had family movie night.
Inglourious Bastards.
We had, you know.
Oh, you did?
For real?
How the hell did you know that?
I was watching that last
what
night.
How did you know that?
Really?
Are you kidding me?
That's just the movie I've been watching lately. I don't know.
Are you
messing with me?
No, I'm not messing with you.
Okay, that's a fantastic movie.
Yeah, so Michelle recommended, we were all, this was Friday night, and it was like, yeah, we're all home. We had, what did we do? I went to Thailand. I did takeout at Thailand on Southdale Mabry across from the South Tampa Home Depot. And Thailand, since 1979, they're supposedly, well, they closed off the restaurant now, so they're only doing takeout. But after like 43 years or 44 years, or whatever it is, they're set to retire in September and just shut down. And Thailand on Southdale Mabry, it's our favorite. So I took out, everyone ordered a dish, and I took out on Friday night. And then we had movie night at the house, and Michelle's got a whole list of movies that we ought to just either rewatch, watch with the kids, movies that Michelle and I watched over the years that now the kids are old enough to understand. And on the list is Inglourious Bastards. By
You haven't seen? Oh, yeah, you've seen that.
Oh, of course I have.
But your kids haven't.
My kids never saw it. So Michelle said, hey, how about Inglourious Bastards? And Friday night, after we had our Thai food, we fired up the home theater and we watched Inglourious Bastards. And, I mean, that's a masterpiece. That's like, it's a story. It's a movie. It's a real tale. It's just plain, normal, beautiful cinematography. You know, Quentin Tarantino, for the most part, you know, for me, he bats about 90%, which is, you know, there are a couple of things that he's done that I'm like,
90%.
well, that double feature thing that he did, that was kind of, you know,
That's the only thing.
No, but then what was
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? So good.
Hold on. What's the one where they're driving in a Winnebago in a camper, and the next thing you know, they're in some kind of underground vampire bar
Well, he didn't
on the edge of hell? What the hell
That was a Robert Rodriguez movie. It was from Dusk Till Dawn.
Was that?
And he was just sort of a producer.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh.
That wasn't his movie.
I didn't get that one. But I like Quentin Tarantino stuff. I mean, the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is just
That's so good.
But I love the way that he kind of reimagines history. You know,
He's creative.
Because in Inglourious Bastards, in the movie theater scene where they plotted to, you know, kill all the top command and the Third Reich, and even Hitler showed up, and then Hitler gets blown away. It's like a reimagination of history, and it's like in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the invoking Charles Manson into the storyline. I mean, it's just so clever. It's so fresh.
My favorite scene from Inglourious Bastards is the bar scene when he holds up the 3 the wrong way.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how he knows.
Oh, yeah.
In his face when he sees that.
Yeah, because the Germans do 3 with, I guess it's the thumb.
How do you hold up 3, Roxanne? Like this?
It's like the thumb.
They do it like this.
Yeah. Or
and he ordered 3 beers and he went, it's 3 ace. And they're like,
I think he did the 3 fingers where don't the Germans like use the thumb and 2 fingers?
Yes.
That's what it is.
They do this.
And man, that movie is just so good. It's even better than I remembered. Yeah. So we watched that with the kids. But, you know, going back to like Spider-Man and you going to the movie theater to see that over the weekend, it's not my cup of tea.
Well, maybe it would be your cup of tea if you ate 5 edibles.
It was a cartoon. It wasn't even
no, 5 times the dosage.
It wasn't CG. It was like an animated movie.
Was it?
Yeah.
So this
like
one is
cartoon.
Hold on, this one's animated?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
So this is the follow-up to the other Spider-Verse. I saw that one. That one was really cute. That had a great soundtrack too.
The whole superhero genre and all again, Marvel, DC, it's just not my bag. If you love it, I'm not taking anything away from you. If you love it, then you love it. That's your thing. That's your jam, man. All right. So, Roxanne, can we talk about your baloney boobs?
They're not mine. They're someone in
I thought
in a movie.
I thought you said
yes.
You were going to talk about baloney boobs.
I am.
So you don't have baloney boobs?
Well, I mean, that's private, but
I
don't think so.
Now, how did we bring this up anyway?
Because the movie that we watched in my household this weekend, everybody's watching movies, was Pitch Perfect.
Oh, that's right.
And so my daughter had seen some of it with our sitter, but I wanted to watch the whole thing with her mother, so her mother could talk to her about it as we watch it.
Is that what that sort of, heavier blonde girl?
Yes.
What's her name?
Fat Amy.
That's
her name in the movie.
Name in the movie.
Oh, it is?
That is her name in the movie.
Oh, I thought you were being disparaging.
No, she makes people call her Fat Amy.
Okay, all right, sorry.
Rebel Wilson.
What is it?
Rebel Wilson.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Didn't she lose a ton of weight recently?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
And she lost all of her acting gigs, too. That's funny.
Are you serious?
Happens. No, I don't know.
All right, so tell me about Baloney Boobs and Pitch Perfect.
Yeah, it's an adorable movie, and it has great singing and dancing, but it is PG-13, so I was a little hesitant I was like, okay, my daughter already watched.
That's child abuse. Your kids are 6 and 3, and you're showing them PG-13?
There's sex in that movie.
If we didn't get to that part.
Did you fast forward parts?
I do fast forward parts if I need to, but right before
Right.
we got to this one scene,
You realize there are people calling DCS on you right now?
I'm sure
Oh no.
there's.
I'm sorry, DC Department DCF
Yeah,
Department
I
of
thought
Children and Families. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
what'd you say? DCS?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's decompression sickness. That's if you're a scuba diver.
Which you can also get reported on that. Anna Kendrick, however you say her name, she's
Yeah.
in it. And they have a lot of singing and dancing, but there are some inappropriate parts, as the one part that my daughter was really into and wanted
Is
to watch two
baloney
times.
boobs?
Yes. So there's this one scene right before it comes to that scene. My daughter says, "Oh, mommy, what's baloney? What's baloney?" And I said, "Baloney? It's just a round lunch meat. We don't
Hold on. You don't. They've never had a bologna sandwich.
know."
It's pretty junky actually.
No way.
Yeah.
I like fried bologna.
Yeah.
It's good. I ate bologna and cheese sandwiches every day of my life as a kid, but I haven't.
Oh, so that's what happened.
Yeah, exactly. And
Your
so all the
family had
processed
you on a
meat-
high nutrition, high nitrate, nitrate or nitrate, nitrate, high sodium, very. So your family had you on a totally processed meat diet.
Yeah. Also, we ate TV dinners in the microwave when you cook it with the plastic all surrounding
What
it.
about Stouffer's French bread pizza? So did you guys live on that?
Yeah.
Were you a latchkey kid?
My mom was a school teacher,
Well,
so
that's-
she was home shortly.
right. Okay, all
after.
right. So tell me about
she
the
says-
bologna
okay,
boobs.
So she's like, "Well, Mom, what about these? What's bologna?" I explain it to her, and then the scene comes on, and it's this girl. Her name is Barb, and they call her Bologna Barb because you can see her nipples, and they're like the size of big pieces of bologna.
What?
And she's wearing a white tank
You've
top.
got your 6-year-old and 3-year-old watching this?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You're talking about bologna-sized nipples?
There's a great vomit scene in that movie too.
Yeah.
Oh, what is it? I think we have it. Is that
See,
it?
No, that is not it. It's even better than that. She ends up swimming in her own vomit.
All right, can you wrap this, please?
Yes. Okay. So she
Thanks.
just was like, then I said, "Honey, we don't make fun of people, whatever." Because obviously the girls were making fun of her. They're trying to put it in context. I said, they're calling her Baloney Barb to be mean to her because they're making fun of her. And that's a mean girl. And we don't do that. And my daughter's like, "But she has baloney boobs based on what you just explained to me, Mom."
So they say she has baloney boobs in the movie?
Yeah, they do.
And
They
then
call her
your
Baloney Barb. They say she has baloney boobs.
boobs, and then your
Yeah.
daughter picked up on the fact, after looking at the boobs,
Yeah.
that she does have baloney
Yeah,
boobs?
and let me be clear about something. They don't actually show her boobs.
I think they do.
No, they don't.
I think
It's
I
just-
think it's an X-rated movie.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's
Pitch perfect.
It's a white tank top with you can see through that they've it's a
Well,
gag. It's a gag.
But this sounds inappropriate for your 6 and
Listen,
3-year-old. I'm
my-
sorry.
the 3-year-old wasn't watching it. It was just
Why
me
don't you
and-
show them The Exorcist next weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they'll love that one. Yeah, show you kids The Exorcist. Oh, yeah. You know what? I need you to video them watching The Exorcist.
They
Man,
would
you don't-
probably
Do you know
want
how
to.
many web hits we'd get for that?
And I would absolutely get called from DCF.
6:32. It's the MJ Morning Show. Just getting rolling here on a Monday. I've got a big pile of early morons in the news. Good stuff. We'll get to it next. 9 o'clock hour, we'll give away foreigner tickets with Loverboy. I'm sorry, you know how they do it? It's Foreigner with special guest Loverboy. All right, that's going to be 9 o'clock hour. We'll give away a pair of tickets. They're going to be at the AMP coming up on July 9th. So we've got your tickets in the 9 o'clock hour. So stand by. Early morons in the news next. Hey, I had... What's her name? Louder. Thank you. All right, it is time now, ladies and gentlemen, for early morons of the news here on the MJ Morning Show. Look forward to this every single day because, well, morons are funny. I'm sorry. There's no other way to put it. You ready for moron number one here on the MJ Morning Show on a Monday as we get ready to, launch a whole new week here? All right. If tree trimmers are working next door, I don't know, some people get aggravated that the tree trimmers working on the house next door across the street, that they're making just a ton of noise with all the, the chainsaws and all the, equipment. Yeah, you can't run out and pull a shotgun on them, all right?
Yeah, it's a very temporary situation. They're not going to be trimming trees there for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, listen, I understand it can be annoying. We have, the heavy South Tampa oaks in my neighborhood and, lots of palm trees. And, it seems that between all the neighbors on the street, someone's always having one of the tree companies out there doing their tree work. A tree cutting crew here in Florida on the other side of the state, this is over in Deltona, over in Volusia County, was threatened with a weapon late last week on Thursday. The owner of Tree Timber, Edward LeBron, said cutting trees is already a dangerous business. Yeah, you cut your leg off with a chainsaw or something, right? cut some fingers off. Or
course.
Or how about the wood chippers? I mean, it seems like it's a couple of times a year that you hear about some tree trimming company.
Oh.
They're parked in front of someone's house. They're doing all the tree trimming. They're feeding the branches into the wood chipper. And next thing you know, you got a scene right out of Fargo, you know? So it's a dangerous gig. So this woman rolls out with a tantrum. The owner of the tree trimming company says that people in the neighborhood, they throw tantrums for just about anything. After disregarding consistent yelling from the neighbor of a home that they were servicing on Thursday, LeBron began to pay attention. All right? She said, "You drop one more branch from that tree, I'll drop you."
Whoa.
Oh.
Man, that's a threat.
And that's not her tree. That's somebody else's.
So, disregarding yelling from the neighbor of the home they were servicing. So, they're servicing home A. The neighbor is right next door in home B. So, the home B lady comes out with a shotgun and says, "You drop one more branch off that tree, I'm going to drop you." And she comes out like ready to blast them with a shotgun.
That's not legal, is it?
No,
Okay,
that's
yeah. I didn't think you
Yes.
could do that.
even on edibles, Froggy, I would assume that you would know that is not legal.
Sounds-
So
It's not good manners either.
the dude up in the tree with the chain, he couldn't believe what he was hearing. I took a closer look at her. The woman was literally holding a shotgun, and I was like, "Jesus Christ," he said. That's a quote. I was terrified. He said she continued to complain about sawdust getting in her yard. So it seems that it was the sawdust that was getting on her nerves. So some people get all pissed off because of the chainsaws going at, 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning. This lady's all ticked and peeved about the sawdust. And that's what apparently this lady was all bent out of shape about. Listen to this. So LeBron, the tree trimmer guy, he says, quote, "She want to kill Mr. Tree Timber himself for freaking sawdust. That's insane." That's a direct quote from Mr. LeBron, Mr. Tree Trimmer over here.
How much sawdust could he be producing?
I don't know. Really, it's not like it's piled up. So the cops are called. The cops show up. The tree trimmer guy decided he didn't want to press charges. Well, I'm sorry, that lady coming out with a shotgun, that's a menacing situation. I mean, you can't come out with a gun and intimidate somebody and try to use a gun as leverage.
What if she came out with like a machete and wielded that? Would that be?
No, don't come out with any weapon. I mean, don't come out with a ninja.
Well, you were emphasizing guns.
Don't come out with a ninja air fryer. Which, by the way, we have one now.
What?
Well,
That's big news.
And hang on a minute, I gotta.
Oh,
yeah.
when did that happen?
Well, hang on a minute. There's a little twist to the story. Let me write this down, because folks, if you're regular listeners of the MJ Morning Show,
you know MJ hasn't been allowed to have one.
you know all about the ninja air fryer dilemma at my house. And yes, there is one on the countertop in the kitchen right now, but there is a little bit of a twist. So I'll explain that later on. But that's about it with this story. But the tree trimmer guy told the cops when they showed up, he didn't want to press charges. I'm sorry, that lady's a menace. He said that things like this happen way too often. When he posted about it on Facebook, other tree trimming business owners, they chimed in. People being chased by battle axes, ninja stars being thrown at people. See, I'm not too far off. Ninja air fryers, ninja stars. I'm not far off at all here. I mean, these are actual stories that people are posting on the Facebook. What is there, a tree trimmer Facebook group or something?
And I think that it's more than just the noise or the sawdust. I think people get really bent out of shape if a tree belongs to one neighbor, it's in their yard, but maybe it affects your view, or maybe it's giving you shade or privacy, and then you're all crazed.
I think there are tons of scenarios. If you're, for instance, neighbors that get into a dispute over branches going into your yard. So let's say the tree is in the neighbor's yard, and they have tons of branches that go over your property line into your yard. Florida law says you're allowed to trim all of the branches that are on your side. It might be your neighbor's tree, but whatever's going over to your side, you're allowed to trim that stuff. That's your prerogative. Anyway, listen to this. So not only are tree trimmers getting chased by battle axes, ninja stars are thrown at them. This person posts on the Facebook group that people throw nails under the tree trimmer truck tires to pop their tires. What the hell?
It's not their fault. They're being hired to do something.
My
Not
God.
cool.
Listen to this. At the end of the day, the tree trimmer LeBron, who had a shotgun pulled on him over in Volusia County because he was putting too much sawdust in the neighbor's yard, he said, listen to this. This is a quote. At the end of the day, he wants to make it home to his wife and kids.
He's not a cop.
I mean, it's not like you're at war in Afghanistan or something. It's not like you're on SEAL Team 6 and you're rappelling into some foreign territory in the middle of the night under the radar. Guy's trimming trees and he just wants to go home to his wife and kids at the end of the day. Is that insane?
It's a dangerous gig.
I'll tell you what else is dangerous. Beef jerky.
That's right, buddy.
All right, hold on to that thought because I got to carry over just one or two morons and then we got to, Froggy, I got something for you.
Yeah?
You opened the show today talking about you going to Spider-Man over the weekend with the family.
Yes.
And you're on 8 times the dosage, right? Was it 8
Yes, sir.
times or 5 times?
8.
Froggy was on 8 times the recommended dosage of edible marijuana
Yeah.
because of his migraines, his eyesight. You have eyesight problems or
Oh,
no?
my God, yes. Look at my
Eyesight,
I'm blind,
migraines,
basically.
back problems, urinary tract infections, and
Flat feet.
yeah, all kinds of stuff. So Froggy's on edibles. He's got a medical marijuana card. And Froggy, I think you might have an addiction. I think you might be hooked.
What?
Well,
No,
hang on.
it's
But
not an
hold on.
addiction.
I
You can't
have-
get addicted to it.
Dude, I have good news for you. I have amazing news for you, dude. There is help. There is hope. All right, hold on to that thought. So beef jerky and Froggy marijuana issues. How do you tune out of that? That's all next, folks. All next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Stand by. Show on Q105 701 here on a Monday. It is a no Fester week. Fester left on Friday, and he's gone this entire week. We will probably check in with Fester on multiple occasions.
Can't be totally Festerless.
Yeah, we'll probably call in I got a couple of things, like the airplane story this morning with the individual stuck in the middle between two larger passengers and the uproar that ensued because of, a little situation. We'll get into that probably in the long segment. Yeah, you got to hear this story. We'll get to that probably coming up, after 7:30 or so. Remember, every morning at 7:23, 7:24, somewhere in that vicinity, every morning, really 22 minutes from now, every morning we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. We go an hour and 20 minutes with no interruptions, no commercials, no music. It's nonstop MJ morning show content from like 7:23 to like 8:45. Every single morning here on the MJ Morning Show. Heads up, Foreigner and Loverboy tickets at the Amp. We have your seats. We'll give those away in the 9 o'clock hour if you want to go see Foreigner. Roxanne, sing one Foreigner hook right now. Go.
Don't stop believing.
What?
Are you kidding?
No.
Yes, that was a joke. That was Journey.
Okay.
That was Journey.
Okay. All right. So sing Foreigner. Get off the computer. No. You're Googling. You're
I'm not Googling.
You're getting hands in the air.
Roxanne, sing it now.
Oh, you were Googling.
Sing it now.
I'm not even looking at anything. Jukebox here.
Your hands. You were Googling.
Hands free.
Oh my God! He's running around like a maniac.
I just ran around to her computer, and you just closed the window.
I've never seen you run so
You
fast.
just closed the window. What did you Google?
Wow, did you scamper around like a
He
little,
scampered. I wasn't Googling
like
anything.
a little chihuahua,
Gosh.
nipping at your heels?
Because you were Googling.
No, I wasn't
Man,
Googling.
You couldn't sing a Journey hook.
just sang
I'm sorry,
Jukebox
you
Here. Yeah.
could a Foreigner hook. You got me all flustered and confused over here.
You don't know your Journey from your Foreigner.
Yes,
That's not my problem.
Yes, I do know my Journey from my Foreigner.
Many foreigners go on journeys. I think that's where you got
And many are
confused.
lover boys.
Yes.
Exactly. All right, so Foreigner and Loverboy at the Amp. We have your tickets. It's coming up on July 9th, and we'll give those away in the 9 o'clock hour. All right. You got to understand, if you're a convenience store owner, there are just certain things that you don't shoot at customers for. If you're a convenience store, hey, Froggy, give me a scenario where if you're a convenience store owner, it is acceptable to shoot somebody.
If somebody is actually causing a threat with a gun pointed at you.
All right, so let's just clarify and make it very simple. If an armed robber comes into your convenience store, you would have the right to use your gun.
I believe.
Yeah, I think that is an acceptable answer.
Thank you.
Let me check with the judges.
Judges, don't screw me.
Yes, that is correct. Yes, absolutely. All right, now, this is an unacceptable situation. A gas station clerk allegedly kicked his customer out of the store, aimed a pistol at his forehead through the locked doors, and then fired a shot through the glass, hit the dude in the forehead, and the guy's expired.
He died?
Why?
Oh, God.
It was over a pack of beef jerky.
What kind?
What the hell?
Gotta be.
Beef jerky time.
What the hell?
It had to have been Jack Link's. My favorite. Turkey jerky, maybe.
This is insane. This is up in Detroit. Prosecutors said the clerk became enraged when the customer pocketed the jerky. Beef jerky is expensive.
It's getting more expensive.
And it is. Inflation. Beef jerky was already expensive before we hit 7, 8, 9% inflation.
Why is it so expensive? Why is Jack Link's like $8? And there's like 4 pieces.
I know. Yeah, and the pieces, and it's getting shrinkflationed too. The pieces are getting smaller.
Well, everything is shrinkflation. Everything gets hit with the shrink ray.
Just ask my wife.
Everything's what?
Nothing.
So prosecutors said that the clerk became enraged when the customer pocketed the beef jerky, and then the clerk took the law into his own hands. You don't do that. So the clerk then took the beef jerky out of the man's pocket, put it back on the shelf. When the customer then tried to pay for it, the clerk refused to take the money. So initially, the customer tries to pilfer, pocket the beef jerky. The clerk sees this, confronts the dude, and takes reached into his pocket to take
You can't do that either.
All right. So this all happened at a mobile gas station convenience store last week up in Detroit. The clerk, Moad Mohammed Al-Gaham, he's charged with first-degree murder and a felony firearm violation for killing Anthony McNary, 25 years old. Is that not nuts?
Jeez.
Over beef jerky.
What kind?
So
it doesn't say.
basically-
I'm
okay,
sorry. Roxanne, hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
I know this is very important to you because you have is it Jack Link's?
I love Jack Link.
Jack Link's, and what are other beef jerky brands?
Well, I believe Kmart or Circle K, wherever this is, probably has their own brand.
Okay.
And then they have Turkey Jerky brand.
I'll tell you what.
Bacon jerky.
You know what kicks butt?
What's that?
Full moon beef jerky.
No. The pork jerky at Costco. That Korean barbecue pork jerky.
I've never had that.
Yeah, I was at Costco over the weekend because I had I hit Costco like once a month, once every month and a half. Yeah, I'm not a regular. I was there early enough so I didn't have to wait in like a 40-car line to get gas. A regular gas at Costco is $3.03 a gallon. And then you go down the street, it's like $3.59 at a regular gas station. I mean, that's pretty enormous savings right there.
Enorm.
Yeah, I was at Costco. The gas station opens early. Costco opens at 9:30. Man, I was there at I filled up at about 9:15, and about 9:23, I'm standing in line. Do you know what kind of? I've never been at Costco when it opens up at 9:30 on a Saturday morning. There are like 200 people in line.
They're waiting to charge in.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Seriously, I'm at Costco up in your neck of the woods off of Line Ball.
It's my turf.
Yeah, I'm up there Saturday morning at 9:30, and the line was incredible. Oh, I got to talk to you about what I saw inside Costco. Let me write. I don't have time for that here, but let me mark this down. Costco, we're going to do this in the next segment. Costco pants. All right, hang on a minute. I just made.
In the pants section? In the
Please
clothes
make a
section?
note of it. Yeah, I just made a note of it. Costco and pants. And I got to tell the story. That's crazy. That's coming up in, 20, 30 minutes, whatever. I'll get to that coming up. Anyway, so as we wrap up beef jerky, I'm telling you, the Korean barbecue pork jerky is amazing. That is, I think it could be the best product, bar none, at Costco. And, it's in the candy area, near the front registers.
Yeah.
You have the candy section.
It's called the impulse section.
Yeah, and they have the different beef jerkies over there. It's the Korean barbecue jerky. And you're not going to believe this. My 80-year-old parents turned us on to that.
Ah,
Ooh.
Todd, you must try this.
Well, no. They got it for Julian. So they sent Julian a care package up at school. And we were visiting Julian, and I'm in his dorm room, and there's 8 packages of this Korean pork jerky.
Let me guess, you ate them all.
No. And I took a piece. I'm like,
Okay.
What am I doing?
You're doing that one movie.
What about Bob?
Yeah, what about Bob?
And then Julian says, yeah, my parents sent it to him. And I'm telling you, it is incredible.
So that's the Korean pork
jerky at Costco.
You know what else? You know what I would put up as my
What?
favorite Costco product? I
What
know we're
at?
going to talk Costco later. Korean pork dumplings.
Oh.
Everything.
You mentioned that in the past.
I sent you guys a text message about it.
I also buy the Korean kimchi
Yes.
at Costco as well. Anyway, so we're done with beef jerky. And I got to be honest, part of the reason why I did that story was just to play.
Beef jerky time. You want some beef jerky?
Oh, please.
There's plenty, you know.
Boy. All right, Froggy. Do I have time?
Sir.
Yeah, I think I have time to do this. New drug to treat marijuana addiction proves effective in small trial.
Why would you want to treat any? What? Why would you want to
Froggy,
stop?
listen, I think you got an issue. I'm just
I
saying.
have an issue. You have an issue.
I know you've got medical issues. I know that you have an official Florida medical marijuana card, but I'm just saying.
I just had to re-register it.
It just seems that your life revolves around it.
Oh, does it? You're a complete boob if you think that. What a dumbass you are. My life doesn't revolve around it.
What did I do? What did I do to warrant this attack?
Because, you make me sound like such an ass, and I'm just sitting there like Spicoli hitting my head with a shoe.
A new pill is combating marijuana addiction as cannabis consumption in America skyrockets. An experimental drug called AEF 0117 has proven effective in a small trial. It showed positive results in reducing the addictive impact of THC, the primary psychoactive compound in cannabis. This is a brand new study in the journal Nature Medicine. That's a real journal. Heard of it before. Currently, there's no FDA-approved medication on the market to treat cannabis use disorder. So when I saw this, I thought...
Cannabis use disorder?
I think you might have that.
Oh, my God. What a cheese ball this is.
Is there a test you can take to figure out if you have a disorder, or if you just enjoy it, or if
Froggy,
you just take it?
I could go on a business trip for 2 weeks and not have it and be fine.
I
don't understand.
Why are you attacking me?
Because you say dumb, idiotic things like my life revolves around it.
Froggy, I'm
and it doesn't.
Dude. A little
concerned.
A little edgy, this one.
I just saw you drinking whiskey in the back.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No,
I saw you taking a shot. You went in the office and you took it.
I haven't left the studio since I got here at 5:45 this morning.
Obviously, you have a drinking issue.
I haven't left the studio.
Yeah, I know. I can smell it on you. That's why you're always chewing gum.
No, I don't chew
You're like
gum.
John Goodman during the episodes of Roseanne. He was always drunk.
I never chew gum.
You drink vodka during the show.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I keep my whiskey over here, and he went racing around the corner of the studio to get to it.
No, I don't.
Take a little nips.
Anyway, Froggy, I'm just trying to help you out. This drug actually has some... All right, hold on. There's a little more to the story. I'll get to that in a minute.
Please.
Man, we start the long chunk of the MJ Morning Show next, and we got a lot. Oh, I got to tell the Costco pants story. I've never seen anything like this. I've seen a lot. I've never seen anything like this. And what about a photo? Well, that's a whole different story. Hang on. The airplane seat, the middle seat dilemma. I wish Fester were here to talk about this. Man, we got a lady claims her breasts are so big she can't even get in her car.
Ooh.
Really? All right, we have a lot coming up next, folks. How do you tune out of that? Long chunk of the MJ Morning Show in minutes here on Q105. Don't move. We go an hour and 20 minutes nonstop next. Let me talk about replacement. 105, 724 at the MJ Morning Show. MJ with Froggy and Roxanne. Fester out this week. He's back on Monday next week. And Fester's all bragging about how he only works 9 days this month.
He was kind of raggedy about that.
He was. He was all, oh, yeah, because I'm taking my vacation, and then I'm going to get your vacation time when I go on vacation at the end of the month.
Should make his ass come in and run the board.
We should do something. You know what?
That's not fair. He got a real vacation. He's not working at all.
You know, they haven't caught on here about that.
Yeah, let's not bring attention.
In his vacation, no offense, Fester.
No, don't bring attention to it. Don't
9 days, Ronnie D.
Don't broadcast it. Don't broadcast it on a 100,000-watt radio station.
But, Fester doesn't care. His defense mechanism is like putting it in your face. Yeah, I'm working 9 days this month. What are you going to do about it?
A lot to do here. If you've heard me tease some of the items, we got to go boom, 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 boom. We got a lot coming up here. All right, so Froggy, I didn't mean to piss you off. I didn't mean to. Listen, new drug to treat marijuana addiction proves effective in small trial.
Okay, that's fine. You're the hump that doesn't use it. Okay, all your friends do. I'm a mildly successful
hang on.
businessman,
Hang on.
and I don't like it when you say that. You make me sound like Spicoli.
Hold on,
and I don't like it.
I'm a hump because I don't do recreational marijuana.
You're a hump for many reasons. That's one of them.
Can you list the hump list then, please?
Yes.
All right, so I don't smoke recreational marijuana.
Yeah.
I don't smoke marijuana at all for anything.
Uh-huh.
So that makes me a hump?
Yes.
Okay, what else?
Your lovely lady lumps make you a hump.
The way that you wear your socks make you a hump.
What's wrong with my socks?
You wear ankle socks, and that's stupid looking.
Hold on.
You're asking me to be honest.
Hold on. I'm wearing.
And you know what else? I hate your stupid little doll shorts that you wear. They look like they're from that Ken wears them. On the doll. You're wearing little doll shorts.
Well, let me see your freaking socks. Hang on.
I don't wear socks. I don't believe in them.
So I'm wearing. Hang on. Can I put my feet up on?
If you wear socks, you're a dork.
I'm gonna put. I gotta sit down, and then I can put.
Look at his little ankle socks. My kids wear those.
Hold on. I'm sitting down, and then it's the first time I've sat down in the entire 3 years we've been back. Hang on. I'm sitting down, and I got to. Hey, can you see that?
Look how stupid those look.
Hang on. How about that?
You're not supposed to be able to see the sock.
It's all right. Hey! Oh my God! I'm all twisted. Oh, son of a!
I wish I could. I want to tip your chair back so bad.
Oh man!
Are you okay? You're gonna hurt yourself. You just had a kidney stone.
Well, because the little chair's back here. I didn't even have a higher chair to sit on, and I had to do some kind of gymnastics move to put my leg in the air so people could see my sock on MJ TV. Mm-hmm. And I just did some kind of gymnastics. I think I was at that gymnastics place off of Anderson. What's the
LaFleur's?
What LaFleur's? Yeah, that's where my kids went. That's where Chloe went for
birthday parties.
Is that still there, LaFleur's?
Oh yeah, we go to birthday parties there.
Oh man, I gotta catch my breath, man. Holy crap!
And how you're so out of breath from sitting on a chair? That's another hump.
Dude, I just stretched. I just stretched beyond belief over here.
Your hair makes you a hump because it's weird looking. Let's see. The way you wear the same clothes as if you were a cartoon character, that makes you a hump.
Okay.
Should I keep going?
That's your uniform.
So
the way you say people are looking at me, asking me, and telling me how buff I look, that makes you sound like a hump.
What about when he asks people if they'd like to feel his pecs?
Yeah, that's a humpish quality. Should I go on?
I think it's enough.
Okay.
I think I've had my hump quota today.
Okay.
And
it's not even hump day.
And Froggy is violently reacting because I found a story that I thought could be beneficial. Because, listen, Froggy, I mean...
I don't let you know how I feel about it.
I mean, you're medicating constantly. I know.
I don't medicate constantly. Every 15 minutes is it constantly. If it was every minute, it would be constantly.
Let me ask you a question. How do you manage with this hour and 20-minute long segment that we do? I mean, you're having withdrawal during the segment.
I don't have withdrawals. No, I don't have withdrawals. You don't get that from that.
Just a violent reaction. I just had a story about a new experimental drug that has proven effective. AEF 0117 is a new drug according to the journal Nature Medicine, and it's in testing right now, and it's been very effective to treat marijuana addiction. And then you're just flipping out on me over here.
I don't want to put words in Froggy's mouth, but I think he likes his addiction. I think it would be like if someone said, Roxanne, do you want to take a pill that will make you not enjoy a back massage anymore? Like, I think it's one
Like,
of those.
imagine if I was on Oxys every day and I came in here and I was like, then you could say I have a problem. Okay?
I don't think I said you had a problem, did I?
Oh, my God. That's all you say.
I don't
Well,
think-
addiction equals problem.
All right, whatever. All right,
Yeah, so take it back. I have very important people listening.
All right,
Very important.
7:30 at the MJ Morning Show, MJ and the crew. Hey, where was this, Roxanne? A fan had his life saved at Ray J?
No.
I'm sorry.
Tropicana Field.
I'm sorry, Tropicana. It was at the Rays game.
Yeah, the Rays game. This
All
is
right.
Friday night, and this person had a heart attack while they were at the game. And
Wow.
so thankfully people were, there were some first responders nearby.
Yeah,
and-
Roxanne just sent me the story.
Yeah.
A fan's life was saved. His heart stopped. So I don't know if he had a heart attack. Well, he had cardiac arrest. So this was at a Rays game Friday night. St. Pete Fire and Rescue said that this fan had went into cardiac arrest about 6:45 p.m. on Friday night, and the fan was unconscious. A nearby fellow fan laid him on the ground and began performing CPR. Then we had 3 first responders from St. Pete Fire and Rescue. They then rushed to the fan. They then started also life-saving maneuvers, and they were able to get the heartbeat back and then rushed him to the hospital. Probably, what, Bayfront? What's down there?
Seems like that would be the closest hospital, right?
Wow. And then the guy survived. That is incredible. Hey, thanks to the fan.
Well-
A fellow fan laid him on his back and started performing CPR.
He did. He got him down, and then one of the first responders, her name is Janie Morales.
Yeah.
An ultrasound tech, and she said she was in front of the guy. He just is blue. And she said there was another guy, so this was that other fan. He was trying to do CPR. He wasn't doing it right. I was like, move. And so she got in there.
Oh, hold on.
Yes.
So the first guy was not doing it right?
Correctly, right.
Okay, so she said, move, right?
Mhm.
And then she starts performing CPR the correct way.
Yes.
Wow.
And she said she's been certified for years, but has never had to do it on someone.
Well, you never know. You never know when your training is going to kick into effect. Yeah, Janie Morales. Yeah, I see the story now, and she's an ultrasound tech. Wow.
Good for her.
See,
now,
if I-
that's a real hero.
Yes.
So thank you, Janie Morales. We don't have a name of the guy that collapsed,
No, we don't have a name of the person.
but
who
he's alive.
He is. Mhm.
Because of quick-acting fans. I wonder what the first fan, who obviously had good intentions, I wonder what the fan placed him on his back and started doing CPR, so I wonder what the first fan was doing wrong.
He was going to the different beat. He wasn't doing staying alive. He was doing like
He was-
Humpty Dance.
He was doing Slipknot.
And if there are folks listening saying, what in the hell are you guys talking about? They say when you do CPR, when you do the chest compressions, you want to do it to the beats per minute of staying alive. Staying alive,
Yeah.
staying alive.
Yeah.
And actually, the lyrics in the song work pretty well because, you're trying to keep the patient alive. But that's an incredible story. So thank you, Janie Morales. Thank you to the St. Pete Fire and Rescue folks. And apparently, the guy's going to survive.
I don't want to have a heart incident, but
No.
if
No, you
I
should.
ever do, I would like to have it at a sporting event because I'm sure that you're going to find with a larger population of people, better chances that someone there
Well-
will be able to save you.
Well, also, you got to hope the Rays are doing well and that there are a lot of fans there.
Yes.
Because,
That's true.
sometimes, the Rays pull like 17 fans. And then you got a much lesser chance of having people that know CPR at a game if the Rays are sucking. But right now, the Rays are on fire, and the Rays are doing very well. So they're just exponentially putting more people in the stands. So
Thank goodness.
you really want to put new people in the stands, you got to move the stadium, and you got to build a new, nice facility. Because as it stands right now, we have, the second worst stadium in Major League Baseball. Isn't that correct? We have the second worst stadium. I think we're only beaten by like the Oakland A's.
Oakland A's, yeah.
And I think that stadium is being torn down. They're building a new one out there already. So we're soon going to have the worst stadium in Major League Baseball.
The Coliseum.
You know,
Yeah.
I read that the song, an even better song to play when you're having a heart attack or to think of.
Is 99 Red Balloons?
No, Master of Puppets by Metallica. Have you heard the beginning of it? It's very sporadic, but they say the way it is can save a heart.
Gotcha. Anyway, all those involved at the Trop for saving this fan, it's good. Good stuff. Absolutely. I'm only going to spend 12 seconds on this because I find it preposterous. It's floating around. This woman, Amber May, I think she's an OnlyFans model, Amber May. She has 36 double N breasts. What is that? 36 double N?
Oof is right.
Yeah, I mean, that's far down in the alphabet.
And she claims that she can't get in her car. She claims that her boobs are so big that she can't fit in her vehicle.
Does she also claim that she has built-in airbags? Those are going to save her
Nice.
life.
I'm trying to say, there's like a partial picture of her car. I'm trying to figure what this thing is. Yeah, she started out with 34 Bs, and then she's had multiple surgeries, and she has 36 double N.
Yeah, I mean, she's kind of brought that on herself, right?
Yeah, it looks like she's driving a Lamborghini SUV. So wait a minute, you bought a car that you can't fit your boobs into?
Yeah, didn't she notice that during the test drive?
Exactly.
This car will not accommodate those, ma'am.
All right, speaking of bodies, all right, you ready for the Costco pants story?
Oh, yeah.
Please, jeez.
What do you mean,
It's
just
taking you forever to get to it. I'm going to be really obnoxious today. Did you notice?
sure sounds like it.
Buster's not here, so that is all you, Froggy.
Are you going to pick at me all day
All
long?
day. It's awesome.
All right, so I'm at Costco on Saturday morning. I had to get some stuff. You know, we needed the typical. We needed some toilet paper. We needed the big pack of Kirkland paper towel. What else? I had to get some. I got to get the 5,000 IUs of vitamin D. You know, my doctor's got me on a vitamin D every day. You know, because I don't do a lot of sun. I'm in Florida, but I'm indoors all. I still do a lot of sun.
For some reason, we're all deficient.
Yeah, so I do take a vitamin.
Yeah.
So I had to run to Costco, a little errand. Plus, we were out of the Korean pork jerky. So I had just picked up the Korean pork jerky, and that's near the front of the store where you do the checkout. And then, I shouldn't say this, but we've talked about this in the past. All the people at Costco that go to the left, and they jam up all the way down the whole aisle to the middle of the store waiting to check out. It's like, don't these people realize you push all the way to the right, you enter from the right, and then the lines are shorter. I mean, it's like these, I don't get it. I mean, I shouldn't tell anyone this. Anyway, so I'm getting ready to check out. Last thing is to grab the Korean pork jerky, which is, I think, one of the best items at Costco. And I need some help with this because I haven't seen this. I've seen plenty of women, out and about in workout clothing. We've talked about this, like Trader Joe's. We've had this conversation on the air, Roxanne, that when I go to Trader Joe's, it is incessant. It's like half the women in Trader Joe's just came from an aerobics class.
It's leggings or bust.
I'm telling you, it's all these leggings and all the tight spandex.
It's leggings and bust, actually.
So this is 9. Let's see. Costco opened at 9:30. I only needed a few items. This is like 10 o'clock. I was, maybe 9:50. I had a couple of things to get at Costco, and then I'm on the way to checkout. And near the front, there is a woman, blonde woman. I'd say about 5'7", maybe 120, 125 pounds.
That's very slim.
Okay, Roxanne. She had on the tightest body-clinging pants that I have ever seen in my. I don't even know what the hell they were.
I'm very confused.
Was she hot?
She was attractive. Yes, she was attractive.
Okay.
There's not if pants are leggings, if they're workout pants, they're tight. You can't really get any tighter than that. So what are you describing?
Roxanne?
Are you describing you saw a lot of shapes in certain regions?
Yes.
Is that where you're getting at?
I am getting at that. But what I'm saying is I can't recall seeing a woman with pants or leggings, spandex this tight. I know what you're saying. Well, spandex is spandex. It was the color. It was like an off-white that she was wearing. So maybe that was part of the enhancement.
Okay, so did they look good?
It was like it's like parchment. It wasn't like tan, but it wasn't like stark white. It was like kind of like a little off-white. And I don't know what the hell she was wearing, but I've never seen every freaking
fold.
That is.
I've never Roxanne. I've never seen every single part of like a woman's body accentuated like this with this type of spandex style pants. I mean, I'm pushing the cart. I'm doing the trick of moving all the way to the right to do the Costco checkout instead of getting all jammed up like a, what do you call it, a hump over on the left side. And I'm pushing across, and she's right there in that center aisle, in between like where the candy is. And I'm like, what the hell? And it was so unbelievable. I wanted to take a picture. But I'm like, oh,
no,
boy.
Yeah. What's the matter with you?
I know. I stopped myself.
You could actually get arrested for that, I think.
No, you can't get arrested. But
you could take pictures of anything.
Yeah, listen, you can't get arrested for it. But I stopped myself because I would have been like a total creep. Perv, creeper. Yeah. But it wouldn't be to perv out or to creep out. It was just, I really wanted to put the picture up. I knew I was going to talk about this. I'm like, oh my God. I really want to snap a picture so we can put it up on either my Instagram or put this thing up on mjmorningshow.com so people could see what I'm talking about, because I don't know what it was, whether it was just that she was in really good shape, that didn't seem to be any body fat. She was tall, she was thin.
Okay, so you just answered a question. You're not talking about like cellulite that you could see.
No.
Okay.
No. But I mean,
man, you were staring pretty good, huh?
Dude, it's because I've never seen anything like this. I mean, I've seen tight pants. There was just something different about this. I've seen plenty of women in Lycra.
Okay, so let me ask you this. If someone's watching on MJTV, they're seeing your expression right now. You're just like incredulous as you flash back to this image that you saw. When you are flashing back in your mind right now, are you looking at her from behind or from the front?
I saw her from the side first, then when I passed by behind, so I saw her face side profile. And also, I'm trying to figure out, why the hell is she in Costco at 9:30 on a Saturday morning in this outfit?
Because she's on her way to yoga after. She just came from yoga.
I don't know. I don't know if that's the case, or if she's just, I mean, hey.
Why didn't you ask her?
Hang on.
Creepatola?
But there are women out there that just want to get attention. Just like there are guys out there that just want to get attention. So I don't know whether she was really going or coming from a class, but even then, these pants, I guess it was her type of body, the condition she was in, and whatever the hell she was wearing. I just can't recall seeing anything this tight and this accentuating. Seeing like the butt. Listen, if my wife is listening, she's probably
disgusted.
Texting. Yeah, she's probably like, "Why are you looking at this?" Because it was just in my face.
Okay, I think I'm starting to picture what this was like. Was it one of those where there's almost a tea back built into the butt, so it like goes into your butt cheeks or butt crack, I should say?
I don't think there was a tea back. They were just like spandex waistband and the tightest freaking pants I've ever seen. Ever. And then again, it was just, I guess, the conditions, the woman, the way that it clung to her. It was so blatant and obvious.
Was there an animal in the desert that it reminded you of at any point in time?
How was her ass?
What do you, Froggy? Why do you have to put it there? I'm being clinical over here. Why do you have to use those terms?
Well, I mean, I think.
Why the vulgarity?
Inquiring minds want to know.
No, I don't think you need to put it that way.
Sorry, I mean, how did it look, though?
I think I've just said that
God
for the last 5 minutes.
God knows you stared at it long enough.
What is this animal in the wild you're talking about?
No, animal in the desert.
What?
The feet of an animal in a desert.
All right, Roxanne,
What? I'm confused.
like a Middle Eastern animal. Will you stop it? No,
I'm trying to get like what has you so the tightest pants I've ever seen.
Well, they were the tightest pants I've ever seen. I just have not seen this type of condition in the past. So if you're the blonde lady at Costco Saturday morning at like 9:30, 9:45.
Hit me up on IG.
No.
Yeah, now it's taken me a while to get this, but she looked great, is what you're saying.
She was in very good shape, but I'm trying to figure out, why are you in Costco like this? Are you really coming from a class or going to a class? And even then, why would you wear that? And or you just go to Costco to have creepy guys like me stare at you and say, "Oh my God, what am I looking at? Holy hell!"
I think you just answered your own question.
It's called what are those pants called?
They're called leggings.
Leggings, yes. That's what women wear.
Yeah, that is what women.
I realize that, guys. I'm telling you, I've seen leggings a billion times. I've just never seen them look like this on somebody. I don't know what was the color combination with the body type, but it was like the sheerest, thinnest, clingiest that I've ever seen in my life. That's what I'm trying to say.
Maybe if you saw her from far away, did it almost look like she could be a very pale nude person? Is that what it was?
I don't know. I wasn't far away. I was like just making the turn
out of the... Oh my God, she's like, back up, buddy.
I was making the turn out of the jerky aisle of all places.
Yeah. What a coincidence, the jerky aisle.
That's what I'm saying. All right, moving along. It's 7:46. And by the way, if that was you at Costco at 9:45 on Saturday morning, near the front of the store, 800-990-1047. By any chance, was that you? 800-990-1047. Inquiring minds want to know, are you just looking for attention, or what's the story?
You got it.
Now, what the hell were you wearing? What brand was that?
Lululemon.
All right. So we've had revenge stories over the years, on this program, like boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, things that go sour, relationships end. And we've had revenge stories in the past. Yeah, I want to say that we've talked about this in the past years ago, maybe, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 years. It's been a while since we talked about this, but this is just unfortunate. This is uncalled for. This is, the phones are ringing. Maybe Costco leggings ladies calling in at 800-990-1047. Andrew screening calls. So this is a revenge story. I'm sorry. I find this to be obscene. I find this to be terrible. A woman claims that all these strangers start showing up at her front door. Why, if you were to guess, without me telling you any more just yet, I will, why would this woman have all kinds of strange men showing up at her front door?
Because an ex-lover, a scorned ex-lover, took her home address and started putting it on websites, secret underground websites that were advertising for where swinger parties were. So that's why the guys.
Well, you're close. No, you're barking up the right tree. Her ex put her name and address on websites advertising prostitutes.
Roxanne, you were so close.
I was going to say prostitutes. I what? Darn it.
Yeah, no,
So
you said swinger part. No, Isn't that terrible?
I mean, that's revenge, all right.
How about the guys who showed up? What if
I know.
And she's a single mother, and her ex put her online and all kinds of, I don't even know where do prostitutes advertise?
Is that like the Backpages.com?
Well, that's what I was going to say. It used to be Backpage, but then remember they were shut down. Remember the FBI seized Backpage? Yeah. Remember for was it like human trafficking and all kinds of issues? Like, if you go to Backpage, do you still have, like, the big FBI warning? Seriously, remember, we were on the air. Yeah. We were still on the air with the old MJ Morning Show, I believe, when the FBI seized Backpage, right?
Yeah, because I used to use it a lot for crank calls and stuff.
That's right.
Took it away.
Yeah, but this is, so I don't even know where do hookers and prostitutes, where do they advertise these days?
Can we get a hooker on the line to let us know where you advertise?
No, we don't want.
Oh, okay.
Digitally. They advertise digitally like everybody else.
You want to see if we can get some escorts on the line right now?
Well, you always say you can get it. We're really good at getting whatever on the line.
All right. Listen, I'll give it a shot. I don't know how many adult entertainers, escorts are listening to us right now at at 7:49 in the morning. All right, Froggy. So what do you want me to ask for?
Maybe a woman of the night type.
All right. I tell you what.
Prostitute?
So, all right. If you're an adult entertainer, if you are an escort,
Keep you anonymous, of course.
yeah, you can remain completely anonymous. If you are a female entertainer, escort, I don't want to say prostitute, but
But that's what they are.
all right. But if you have that line of work going on, I guess you want to know where do you advertise, or I guess I want.
I mean, it's the world's oldest profession. Is it not?
It is. That's true.
So people, know how to advertise.
All right. Let me get with the number 800-990-1047. I have no idea if we're going to get a call here. 800-990-1047. Are you a female adult entertainer, escort? You can remain completely anonymous. You don't have to use your real name. You can use no name at all, but are you an escort? 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047.
And how do you market yourself?
Well,
Yeah.
well, that's what I'm at.
it's
Listen,
not like you're a real estate agent. You put a little sign out.
well, the reason why we're talking about this is this woman claims that she broke up and her ex started advertising her as an escort, as a prostitute online, and all of these guys start showing up at her house.
Maybe they advertise on IG.
And that's pretty damn rude.
Yeah.
That is
That's
terrible.
swatting, isn't it?
Well,
Oh,
hey,
it's in that family.
speaking of swatting, I do have a swatting. I've got another famous swatting story.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I don't want to muddy the waters with this request that you and Froggy are making for calls because we are getting calls right now.
I'm watching the. Oh my! Hold on a minute.
Oh, my
Hang
God.
on.
People
Yeah.
are calling?
Yeah, people are calling. Hang on a sec. I think we've got one screened here.
But do we also want to hear from men who get those services, and where do you find them?
Hang on, let me grab line one. Hi, good morning, MJ Morning Show. I don't see anything on the call screener here. Do you want to use any kind of name whatsoever?
Yeah, call me Todd.
Well, hang on. I'm asking for females. Hey, Andrew, why do I have
Talk to a male prostitute.
why do I have a male here? I've asked for females.
I didn't tell you to take that call.
Well, hang, it's on hold.
Whoa.
But maybe he
What
can.
did I put on the call screener?
Well, there's nothing on the
There's
call
nothing.
screener.
maybe,
But if a line's on hold, well, so what is I put this guy? Call me Todd.
maybe he can shed some light on.
I put Todd on hold. All right, so go ahead, Rox.
Maybe Todd has some information on buying those services. You know what I mean?
See, but I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to broad.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if
You
I
don't
want to
want to?
broadcast that. So I've got guys calling, and what are these guys that utilize these services? Is that what it is? Yeah, I'm just
You
talking
just want
about.
to hear from the ladies.
I'm
Just the ladies.
Well, I'm just talking about this horrific story about this woman breaks up with this guy, and he goes all revenge crazy on her and posts her information online that she's a hooker, and guys start showing up at her house.
So I wonder what kind of charges he can catch for that? Because that's probably really, really illegal.
Oh, I think so. Hey, Andrew, all right, so I'm not going to take the call. I thought it was a female that was in the biz, but he was going to, turn your mic on. He was going to tell us where they do advertise. Is that it? Yeah, I don't think I want to. I was just kind of asking kind of rhetorically, where the hell do you advertise? Where do you post?
I only put them on hold so I could answer another phone line.
Okay, all right. I saw that a bunch of lines were ringing. What was the other lines?
There was
that were
another
ringing?
gentleman.
Oh,
What's up with these guys?
Well, the guys are calling. Anyway, folks, the reason why I did the story, it's unacceptable for an ex to post online that their ex-girlfriend or wife is a hooker, put the address down, and advertise what her services are. That's dangerous. That is really dangerous. And I would think that would be some kind of a harassment issue. And that's the reason why I did the story, is I just want to highlight that if you break up with somebody or they break up with you, going into revenge mode and doing something as creepy and as awful as advertising that they're a hooker online, that is, as Froggy said, there's got to be some illegality there. I would imagine some kind of, harassment charges can be filed.
I would think so. I have been getting information from texters. I mean, the answer is Google.
Google?
Mm-hmm. That's how you
I mean,
find.
it makes sense.
Yeah. That's how you find anything.
Let me type in Tampa.
No. Let's.
Okay, I won't.
Listen, again, the reason why I did the story is in a situation where a relationship ends. I mean, come on, just move on and don't move into some kind of crazy revenge mode. All right, the I-95 collapse up in Philadelphia is unbelievable. And I mean, I'm astounded. A major thoroughfare, I-95, one of the busiest, most traveled roads in America, and you have a major section in Philadelphia, a major populated city with major traffic on this north-south corridor, the I-95 corridor, where this thing has collapsed. It is astounding when you look at these images and then to hear that there were no injuries. How lucky was this that it happened at like 6:20 in the morning yesterday morning?
Yeah, thank goodness.
At least one vehicle remains trapped under, tons and tons of this collapsed overpass of I-95 in Philadelphia. And I saw a press conference yesterday. They're saying it could take months to repair the. Wasn't there a collapse in like Atlanta? Wasn't there something crazy up there where the construction crews were bonus to get it done quicker, and they fixed it in like weeks?
Oh, God.
It was like round the clock, like Manhattan Project. Where were they? That was recently. But apparently no reports of injuries or fatalities. The tanker explosion was underneath the overpass. So all the traffic, the main traffic was above, and this was like some kind of an exit or some type of a ramp area underneath, and it caused this entire section of I-95 to collapse. When you saw the video, the billowing black smoke pouring, and did you see people with dash cams and rolling their camera phones? They're driving over top of this as this black smoke is billowing from underneath. Moments before the actual collapse, people are driving.
And the other side of the overpass is still intact. So you have people driving into the smoke that way too, on the not blown up, collapsed part of the bridge, I should say.
Yeah,
horrifying.
You've got to hear this. So there's audio. These people, and you won't believe what's playing in the car. These people are on I-95 in Philly. They are driving over the portion of the road that is about to collapse.
Listening to Highway to Hell?
Yeah, did you know that?
No, I just guessed it.
Yes! Yes! I'm not making this. Here, listen to this.
Yeah. It was out there, though. It's right here. Whatever it is right there. Should I call the cops? Look. Whatever it is, it's underneath. It's coming out the middle, too. You can see it. Because people are just sitting there trying to watch it. Like, what the Don't watch it. Oh, look. Be careful. That's what it is. Oh my God.
All right, now I'm trying to figure out, was Highway to Hell added after the fact?
That's a good question.
That's when I first heard this, I'm like, come on, they're listening to Highway to Hell? So I'm trying to listen to the audio quality of them being picked up. So if you listen to their voice, if you listen to the tone of their voice and the ambient noise, it sounds like the quality of Highway to Hell might be a little too good.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that might have been, but this is on, hey, Andrew, we pulled this off of Twitter, right? So that was on Twitter. It was on multiple social media. But the couple, the man and the woman in the car in Philly, I mean, they're really, because you can see they are driving. They're holding up the camera phone, and they're showing the billowing smoke.
Oh, my gosh.
So they're driving, but let me play this one more time. It almost sounds like maybe Highway to Hell was added after the fact, that they weren't really listening to it. Yeah. Yeah.
It was out there, though.
Yeah, like on.
It's right here. Whatever it is right there.
No, they're not listening to that.
Yeah. You know what? As now I listen to that with my headphones on. Yeah, that was added afterward. You know what it's like?
They're like, what would be a funny song to add?
No,
to this?
you know what it is? It's like Instagram Reels where you can add music, or TikTok you can add music. That's what that is. Yeah, because
silly. You know, it's just silly.
Yeah, when I first saw it and it was like just a little computer audio, you couldn't tell. But now that I have my headphones on, I'm listening to the actual audio properties. Yeah, that was the Highway to Hell was added by one of the streaming video platforms like TikTok or, where you can choose what you want to add to it. Yeah, so you can listen to it.
You solved that case.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now that I have my headphones on, yeah, it's a whole different story.
Figured
And
it
listening
out.
to it out of little computer speakers. So they just added Highway to Hell to be cute.
Yeah. It was out there though. It's right here.
Yeah, it is right
Whatever
there.
It is, it's right there.
It's underneath.
Should I call the cops? Look, it's whatever it is. It's underneath. It's coming out the middle too. You can see it. Because people are just sitting there trying to watch it. Like, what the? Don't watch. Oh, be careful. That's what it is.
Oh my God.
And then at the end they're driving right over the overpass, and in a few minutes the whole damn thing's about to collapse. They are so lucky. 6:20 on a Sunday morning. If this would have been a busier time, can you imagine?
That would have been bad.
Yeah, so apparently they worked all day yesterday, all through the night. It looks like a video that I saw earlier this morning. It looks like they have already demolished the whole part of the overpass that collapsed. It looks like they've already demolished the entire southbound side.
Wow.
That collapsed.
It reminds me of that old video of the bridge going wobble, 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 and the bridge is just wobbling.
Oh, the one from the 40s?
Yeah.
Where the wind harmonics made it all flip all
one
over.
car on it. Just
Hey, remember that big stretch of interstate? Remember the huge bridge that did collapse up in Minneapolis, St. Paul? Remember that?
Yeah.
That was another crazy deal.
I have a recurring dream. I think I have it like once or twice a month where I am driving on a bridge and it collapses.
Wait a minute, you have a dream that's relating to this?
I mean, no, because unrelated to the fire part of this, but my bridge that I collapse on in my dream is always collapsing into water.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Yes.
You have a recurring dream that you're driving in your car and you're on a bridge that collapses?
Yes, it's a really crazy bridge, up and down, up and down.
Wait a minute, are you in your car? Are you on the bridge and you collapse into the water?
Yes, I do, but not like you would think, like a deep dive straight down into the water. It's more like I'm coasting on top of the water, and I'm like, okay.
So now, your car turns into an airboat?
Kind of.
Are you in the Everglades looking for boas or pythons or whatever?
It's quite a dream.
Happens. It's very frequent. I can't figure out what it means.
Hang on a minute. How often is this recurring dream of you on a bridge that collapses into the water?
I'm used to it now, once or twice a month. It's very scary because it's here we go again.
But are there variations or is it the same exact dream all the time?
It's the same dream. It's the same bridge. It's the same place.
Do any factors vary? Does anything change? Are you in the same vehicle?
Usually I think I'm in the same vehicle. I mean, it's just one of those things that you wake up and you're like, okay, I mean, you think you peed the bed or something because you're in the water, but because then I feel the water start to get into the car a
Bridge
little
over
bit.
troubled waters playing.
My God. I don't have recurring dreams, or at least if I do, I don't remember them because we do dream during the night and we don't remember all of our dreams.
Oh, I think I know why I have that dream, I bet. Because the Skyway Bridge happened when I was a kid, a very, very young child.
Was that traumatic for you?
It was a big deal. I remember seeing the headlines in the paper.
Skyway Bridge is down. The Skyway Bridge is down.
Yeah, it was very impactful.
That was in the fog where the bridge was hit.
Yeah.
And
tragedy.
Did you have a bus go over? And I mean, that was
awful.
Terrible. But, I'm looking at the video. I'm looking at the different pictures on this I-95 stretch. And I think is it southbound that collapsed? Hang on a sec. No, I guess the north. Hold on. No, it was the northbound. Let me get it right. The northbound lanes collapsed. The southbound lanes are unstable. So it was northbound that collapsed. Now, let me tell you about southbound. Did you see the video of people driving southbound? So after the collapse of northbound, then people are driving on southbound, and that was all buckled. And people were driving, and like they were hitting this crazy bump, and the whole rear ends of their cars were like jumping up in the air because the both sides, one collapsed, so northbound collapsed, southbound unstable.
Wow.
So
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
The way, if I'm looking at these photos, I could see how someone could drive down and then their car like buckles.
I saw video. Last night and yesterday afternoon of people driving over the portion that had not collapsed, but it was all buckled. And their cars were like hitting this bump, and it was like making their rear ends of their car jump up in the air. But can you imagine if like a major stretch of I-275 right in downtown Tampa collapsed?
No.
Oh, no.
Can you imagine that? Or I-75? If some, that for the most part, the overpasses on I-75, the overpasses go over. But like on 275, we have sections that the road goes underneath. So that's more of the condition of what happened up in Philly. But it's going to be interesting to see how quickly they can get this fixed. But what a mess.
Ooh.
I-95 potentially closed for months. I saw that some people had to do like 40-mile detours to get around this mess.
That's insane. And then that's going to mess up. But I can't believe nobody was hurt. Thank God.
I can't believe that means they have reoccurring dreams.
What caused it, though? What caused the tanker truck to catch on fire? They said that there was a vehicle underneath, so I would imagine that's the tanker truck and then another vehicle. And it looks like people were able to flee because they say no injuries, no deaths. So those involved underneath must have been able to get out before the ensuing massive inferno and then the subsequent bridge collapse.
This texter just sent me a video. It's crazy. I'll send it to you, MJ and Froggy. When the vehicle goes over the section where the fire is, you see the road dip.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
So the road dips, and you can see that cars. I saw a couple of cars where the condition of the road buckling, it caused their rear ends of their car to just have this giant bounce, and it was crazy. But are they going to be able to assign blame? Who caused it? Whose insurance company is going to be responsible? Can you imagine the cost of this? It's got to be what, 30, 40, 50 million dollars, maybe $100 million?
Who's the architect?
I haven't even seen the estimate of what this thing would cost. I don't think they know yet. But whose insurance company is getting the blame here? Is it going to be whoever the carrier is for the gasoline tanker truck with 8,500 gallons of gasoline that burned up?
I don't know. There's an engineer, possibly, an engineer who said that it appeared the support structures for the bridge were made of steel, which makes them susceptible to the heat from the fire. There's no concrete surrounding them, so they're susceptible to high temps.
Yeah, they can melt.
Collapse.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to try to get a hold of Russ. Remember I mentioned the roller coaster wedding last week?
Yeah.
Well, I got an email that said my brother and sister-in-law got married like 30 years ago at Busch Gardens for an event that you guys promoted called the Roller Coaster Wedding, and I think it was on Kumba.
Yeah, Kumba.
They've tried reaching out to you, and they want to retake their vows on their 30th wedding anniversary. So I remember this. This is back in the 90s, folks. It was during MJ and BJ morning show times, to the best of my knowledge, because they said 30 years, which, do they mean 30 years this summer?
Yeah, it happened in 94.
Yeah, we did it in 94 because I started at the Power Pig in February of 94, and Michelle and I, we got married in June of 94.
Wait, you and this Froggy have known each other since 1994?
No.
No, I was listening. I was in high school.
Yeah, Froggy was in high school
Okay,
back
that's
then.
what I thought.
And for this, Froggy's Froggy number 2. Froggy number 1, who remember, he was a pathological liar. Froggy.
He left in 2000.
Yeah, and then the name Froggy was such a popular name I just kept the name. I just said, I'm just going to hire someone else, name him Froggy. So Froggy's actually Froggy number 2, but people really think that he's Froggy number 1 and the only Froggy we've ever had because Froggy's
Which
been
it
with
might
us.
as well be because the other one's such a bum.
He's actually a nice guy.
I know. I love Scott.
Yeah. Anyway, so let me see if I can get Russ on the phone here. But I'm wondering if they have a little bit of a time situation. Oh man, my phones are dead.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What's happening?
I've got no phones.
Can you call from your cell phone?
Son of a...
Do the little reset thing that you do.
Yeah, I got to unplug the phone here. Hang on a minute.
You know, it's
Just some little technical whiffs.
Well, the whole place is a technical what?
I don't know.
It's
I
a
just made
technical whiff.
A technical what?
I couldn't think of the word.
What'd you call?
Roxanne, if you can't think of a
hold on,
word, I
hold
don't know
on.
if you should make it up.
What did you say?
Like a whiff. Like when you
technical
go to hit
whiff?
a ball. Like I was picturing when you go to hit a tennis ball and you miss it. Whiff.
You've been making up a lot of words lately.
You know, this is unbelievable. I have no phones. I can't.
Now, calm down, sweetie. What do you need me to do?
I can't take phones.
Oh.
My phone system is dead. I'm trying to do a live show here.
Andrew's an engineer. He could do it, right?
Andrew can do everything.
Andrew, it's on you.
Andrew, we're all counting on you.
I'm about to see this whole. If you're watching MJ TV, I'm about to take this phone and throw it through.
Don't do that.
Through the window.
I don't think
this is about to be my last day here at Q105.
This is what's going to push you over the edge, huh?
All right, hang on.
All right, come on.
The phone.
Positive thoughts. Positive.
Hang on. Telos Desktop Director is rebooting.
Okay, there we go.
Hang on a minute.
Just needed a little Monday reboot.
Hang on a minute. I'm going to push the button. If I don't get a dial tone, I am going to absolutely melt down. 3, 2.
Please don't work.
Son of a bitch! I'm doing a radio show here, and I can't take phones because my phones are dead. What the hell?
That was a funny son of a bitch. Come on, redo it again.
I've just done it.
Let me work on it.
I mean, I can't do it anymore. I really. Froggy, stop massaging my shoulders. Get away from me.
Sorry.
I've unplugged. There's only one plug. That's it. It's that RJ45 or whatever it is. Froggy, you just did exactly what I did 5 times.
And it's working?
Now Froggy's doing some kind of rain dance. Hold on, don't touch it. It's booting.
Oh, I hear it.
Oh,
It just
happening.
hang on. It just clicked.
Okay.
I'm trying to do content here. I'm trying to get someone on the phone, and I can't even get anyone on the phone. This place is such a technical disaster.
Come on, baby.
I mean, we should know enough about
Give it to me.
landlines to be able to fix them ourselves.
Here we
Is
go.
it happening?
Let's go.
Andrew, did you reboot in the rack? Did you go to the rack now to reboot?
I think it's working.
All right, hang on a minute. Andrew ran to the engineering room. All right, hang on a minute. Hang on. 3, 2, and oh my God!
Yay!
See, I fixed it.
No, you didn't. Andrew went to the engineering room to the rack to reboot
No,
it.
it's all Froggy.
Thank you, Andrew. I'll take all the acclaim.
Folks, I apologize. All right, so the phones are working now. Jeez. Listen, I'm just trying to do a show, folks. I feel like I'm in an obstacle course here every day.
What's easier, doing the show or passing that kidney stone?
Tell you what, I'll take kidney stones every day versus the equipment in this place. All right, hang on a minute. Let me try and get Russ on the phone. Because for whatever reason, the relative that emailed me, it seems that they think it was 93, which I think it was 94.
Russ?
Hey, Russ, it's MJ and Roxanne and Froggy calling live from the MJ Morning Show. How are you?
Good, how are you?
All right, man. It just took me a couple of minutes here to get you on the phone because our equipment needs to be set on fire like I-95 in Philadelphia.
It was 94 because I was driving to Jesuit summer school.
Hey, so Russ, I got an email. I guess you were trying to contact us, and I did not see this. And then finally I saw an email from Kim Ford. Kim is your sister, is that right?
Sister-in-law.
Okay, so Kim is your sister-in-law, and she was talking about you guys are coming up on 30 years of marriage. So you were part of the roller coaster wedding at Busch Gardens on Coomba, right?
That's right.
All right, so that would have been June of 94, right?
June of 93, June 25th.
Huh.
No, that's impossible,
Yeah,
sir.
because I wasn't. Well, I think they know when they got married.
I'm pretty sure they're wrong.
Hold.
It's 93, June 25th.
Yeah, it was on Channel 93, but it happened in 94.
Hold on a minute. Russ, is there any chance you guys get married in 94?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, I would think they know when they got married. All right, so here's the question. Did they do Roller Coaster Wedding the year before I got there, and then we did it again later?
What? Nobody, the Three Little Pigs didn't do it.
Hold on. Say it again, Russ.
It was the MJ and BJ show. You interviewed my wife and I. We were the first couple behind you. You two were in the seats in front of us in the first row.
I know, but here's what. But wait a minute. But this is what's bizarre. I wasn't here in '93. I started February 7th of 1994. That's the first MJ and BJ morning show ever. Was February 7th of 1994. And Michelle, my wife, she even when I talked about this email, she reminded me that I tried to get her to get married because we were getting married that summer as well. We got married on June 26th. So we got married in Virginia Beach, and I tried to get Michelle to get married as well, and she said, no, I want to get married normally, not on a roller coaster. And yeah, you know what? We found the video online, and it says Busch Gardens Tampa roller coaster wedding, 1994. So it's on YouTube.
I know you guys did it 2 years. I know you guys did it the following year as well.
Okay, so that might be it. But I wouldn't have been there though. That's what I'm saying, Russ. So
well, this is awkward.
Well, BJ might have been there, but I wasn't there because I didn't get to the Power Pig until February of '94.
Well, maybe that's the case then.
BJ and Mark Chase did it.
Yeah, maybe it was those guys. Maybe it was like the Three Little Pigs or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, so
somebody's lying.
I know when it was, but
yeah, I mean, listen, I'm pretty sure that you know what year you got married. I don't think you're off a year.
Right.
So I guess I didn't know that they had done Roller Coaster Wedding the year before, and then we must have done it the year after in '94 as well.
Yep. I know you did it the next year as well, but I didn't know. I'm sorry about that.
No, it's no problem at all.
Fine. It's great.
All right, so I guess the question is, and you guys are still going strong 30 years this month, right?
That's right.
How many kids did you guys have?
I'm sorry?
How many kids did you guys have?
One.
One kid, 30 years later. So your kid's got to be, what, in the mid to late 20s?
Well, she's actually 38. She was 4 years old when we met.
Oh, okay. No,
wow.
I'm talking about were any kids produced from the actual marriage?
No.
Okay, gotcha. Gotcha.
Hopefully, we weren't married on the roller or pregnant on the roller coaster.
Right. So for you guys, it's 30 years this month, but so I guess you guys were thinking about maybe retaking your vows.
No, we actually did that 5 years ago on our 25th, but we got a family and friends that are going to meet us at Busch Gardens on the 25th. And we're all going to ride it together.
That's awesome.
Hold on, you guys trying to get free tickets from me or something?
No, we already bought it.
Okay, all right. All right. Well, listen, I'm glad that you guys are still together. I think it's amazing 30 years later. I think it's wonderful.
And to think some said it would never last.
Exactly. But I remember we did the roller coaster wedding, I guess the year after, June of '94. That's the one I was at, and that's the YouTube video that's online right here.
Okay.
Anyway, so do you need anything from me?
No. We just want to know if there was anything going on. That's why we were trying to find out if you guys knew if there's anything going on for it. Or I've called Busch Gardens and haven't heard anything.
Yeah. So
we just took it in our own hands and just to figure out.
So we're not, we're not doing anything. I don't think Busch Gardens. I don't think they remember. Listen, you guys remember because you were in the middle of it 30 years ago. And then 29 years ago, I did it 29 years ago. So Anyway, but there's nothing organized per se to mark the 30th anniversary. And then for me, next June will be the 30th anniversary of the one that I did, the roller coaster wedding that I remembered.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it was more of a curiosity to see who's still together after all these years.
Anyway, and that's, let's see. So I've got Russ, and you are, what's your name?
Lillian.
Lillian?
Yeah.
Lillian, anyway, great to talk to you guys, and I think it's a great story that you guys are together 30 years later.
All right. Appreciate it. Thanks for your time.
Hey, guys, thank you for listening. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Just so beautiful.
So, yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that the Power Pig did a roller coaster wedding the year before.
I don't think they did.
But
all they did was the joke of the day with Jackass heads.
So what, they're misremembering their wedding by a year?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're wrong.
No, it must have been done in 93, unless this is like total Twilight Zone. I don't know. But anyway, the roller coaster wedding.
They're still together. That's all that matters.
But when I did it with BJ in 94, we had do you remember how many couples it was? It was like
20.
It was a lot. I mean, we filled up like the whole roller coaster, and they were married. We had a justice of the peace. I'm trying to remember her name.
And how many are still married?
Yeah,
I think just that one.
That would be a great question. How many? Was it a roller coaster marriage after the roller
right,
coaster wedding?
Right.
I mean, they're still alive.
Yeah, that's the big question. Hey, I've got audio I've got to play. And you know what? Before I do that, you know what? I want to do the airplane story.
Okay. The one we would love to hear from Fester on.
Yeah, I wish Fester were here, but I can't wait a week to do the story. And then we got to get into the Britney Spears item, because the Britney Spears story is absolutely crazy. So the airplane, I've got like 3 airplane stories today, one involving a celebrity. And listen, it doesn't matter who you are. If you pull this crap, it's not going to end well. The first item, though, is the airplane seat changing story where the person was seat shamed because they were sandwiched. So here's the story, and this turned up on Reddit, the Reddit forum, Am I the Bleep Hole? And it had to do with a teenage traveler. So a teenager on a commercial flight has been shredded online, has been called fat phobic after the teenager, a young woman, asked to be switched because she was in the middle seat, sandwiched in between 2 very large passengers. So what do you do in this situation? If you have a very large person in the window seat, you have a very large person in the aisle seat, and you got spillover from both sides. And, you got the larger person hanging over on both sides of this middle seat person, and they're leaking over, they're spilling over. What do you do?
I've been in that position before, and I just call it cozy. You're just like sandwich. It's like, then you don't even have to.
You're all warmed up by their body heat.
Yeah.
Until they start leaking on you.
So,
sweating.
But what do you we ought to go to phones on this. So let me give you the details, and let me see if my phones are working. Hold on, let me just pick an empty line. Okay.
Yes.
Great. I got dial tone. Yay. Oh, my God. It's the best sound I've ever heard in my life. Oh, my God. Man, I was about to melt down a few minutes ago. All right. So anyway, here's the story. Teenagers in the middle seat, 2 very large passengers on either end in the aisle and the window seat. And the passenger in the middle asked to be moved to a different seat. And this is a 19-year-old young woman. And she has been fat shamed. This happened on a flight from Las Vegas to New York. The 19-year-old says, my assigned seat was a middle seat and both people next to me were plus-sized. I wouldn't have any problem with this in any other situation, but plane seats are terribly small and neither of my neighbors were able to fit comfortably into their seats. She said that her seatmates seemingly spilled into her chair with their thighs and shoulders on top of her, which was especially uncomfortable given that it was a very long flight. Well, listen, Vegas to New York, that's 4.5, 5 hours, you know? So what do you do? I mean, and this woman, she has been called, like an awful human being. She's been accused of fat shaming. How dare you? You entitled little... So what do you do in this situation? If you're able to be moved and you're in the middle seat and you're sandwiched between two large passengers, should you say something? Or should you just suck it up and be kind of like wedged for a 4.5 hour, 5 hour flight from Vegas to New York?
So she can get another seat somewhere else? That's an option? There's an empty seat somewhere else?
Well, that was the point. She asked to be moved, so there were other seats available on the airplane.
Yeah, and I think if you want to be moved, then you can just say in a nice way to even your seatmates, like, "Oh, look, there's some empty seats. I'm going to give everybody some room." Act like you're helping the situation. You don't have to be rude about it.
So she has been dubbed fat phobe. Let me go to phones on this, folks. What are your thoughts here? What do you do? Is it acceptable for someone if they're wedged in the middle seat between two very large passengers? Is it acceptable to say, hey, can I find a different seat? Let's hit some phones on this. 800, watch the phones won't work when I try to go to phones. Let's go. Let's go. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. What do you do in this situation? What's acceptable? Should she have been called fat phobic and fat shamed, essentially, because she wanted to move? All right, let's go to calls. Andrew's screening calls right now. I want to get your take on this. 800-990-1047. That's 800-990-1047. That's how you get on. Lines are ringing. Andrew is screening right now. Acceptable or unacceptable? Do you have another option? Do you have another suggestion of what could have been done? Listen, if you're sandwiched, then I mean, what's the other option? I mean, you can't shrink the passengers next to you.
Deal with it. What are you talking about?
Well, that's the question. Should she have dealt with it, or was she in her own right to ask to look? If every line is jammed here, all right. If you're ringing in right now, just wait. Andrew will get to the calls as quickly as possible to screen them. 800-990-1047. Hey, let me just put these on hold. They're all ringing here and they're answering calls. I'm just putting a bunch on hold. All right. So if you're on hold, hang on. You'll get screened in a minute. All right. So 800-990-1047. What do you do in this matter? So before I go to calls, a little more here. So she got moved, and when she got off the plane, one of the original overweight rowmates was waiting for her and then gave her a tongue lashing for moving.
Okay, now that's like bullying.
Well, that's bullying, or it's like a little stalkerish, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you're for 4 hours, 4.5 hours, you're seething and you're waiting for the woman to get off the flight, the 19-year-old girl that moved, and then they yell at her about being fat phobic and moving. The teen says she did not mean to come across as insensitive. She claims that the overweight passenger that was waiting for her on the jet bridge said, how dare you move? Here's the quote. She essentially told me that I had embarrassed her and the other man, and that traveling while plus size is hard enough without people treating fatness like a contagious disease. She also said that I made it a public demonstration to everyone that plus-size passengers are an inconvenience and opened the door to fat phobia on flights. So again, what do you do? Should you be required to be wedged between two heavier people? They're no less of a human being. Actually, a little more. But listen, you know what I'm saying? They're no one's less of a human being you know what I'm saying? But should you, if there are other seats, should you be required to be wedged for a 4.5 hour flight?
Okay, if I'm sitting in a middle seat and I'm between two average-sized people and I see a window seat is available, I'm going to ask that I be moved to that window seat for comfort. It has nothing to do with anything because nothing to do with the size of the people sitting next to me. So if there's a better seat available and it's not going to inconvenience anyone else and make everybody happy, why not move?
Let's go to phones. We'll say hi to Bruce in Seminole. Bruce, you're on the MJ Morning Show. First up on this. What's your take, Bruce?
Yeah, good morning. I just like to make comment. I'm a very large man myself. I'm 7 foot tall and I weigh.
Whoa, hold on a minute. You're 7 feet tall?
I'm 7 foot tall and I weigh 498 pounds. Correct.
Oh my God! Wow.
Sure, you're a giant.
But I am not big bellied. I carry it well. I'm thick.
Well, I tell you what, being on a plane is going to be so hard for you in general because there just isn't the leg room for a 7 foot tall person.
Dude, can you fly coach or do you have to fly like business or first?
Oh no. What I do is when they offer other seats for sale before you board, like first class for $100 or $200, I always buy one just because of my size. Or I try to get up in the front row there. I can't trying to think what that row's called. But
you mean the exit row or the bulkhead?
Yeah, the bulkhead.
Bulkhead, yeah.
Very first row.
Yeah.
And then when they tell me to seat buckle up, it's kind of hard for me to seat buckle up. But when they give me an extension, they said they can't because it's against FAA regulations.
Yeah.
So
All right. So let me ask you a question. 7 feet tall. What'd you do for a living?
Right now I'm retired and I used to work for Coca-Cola.
Wow. So basketball NBA was never an option?
Well, no.
Don't tell me you suck at basketball.
I did try wrestling at one time.
Oh, nice.
Wow. So 7 feet tall and nearly 500 pounds.
Yes, sir. I'm 498. Don't push it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm 2 pounds away.
No, you got to take it to 500. So, like
wow.
a carnival freak show.
Bruce, that is unbelievable. What kind of car do you drive? What do you fit into?
I drive a big Dodge 1500.
A Ram, and you have the seat all the way back?
All the way back.
And is it enough, or are you still all cramped in there like Magilla Gorilla?
Oh, no. I got the big truck. I got enough room.
Okay, all right. All right, Bruce, thanks, buddy. Thanks for calling in.
No problem.
Wow, 7 feet, 498. Carmela, it's Tony's wife, Froggy.
Hey, Carm.
Yeah, Carmela calling in from Brandon. Hey, Carmela, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, how are you? Good morning.
We are well.
Good. I don't think that she did anything wrong. I think, I'm going to piggyback off what Roxanne said. I think it was just a matter of comfort. I don't think she did that to shame anybody or offend anybody. However, if it were me, I would have definitely verified after we took off and that there was an open seat that nobody was sitting in. And then I probably would have gotten up and went back and asked the stewards if I could possibly sit in another seat. That way, it wouldn't have brought attention to the larger people that were sitting beside her. I probably would have done it that way.
Yeah, just take off and when the seatbelt sign goes off, you just hey, got to go to the bathroom, then you never come back.
Exactly.
Yes. Hey, thanks, Carmel. Appreciate it. Say hi to AJ and Meadow for me. All right, Mindy is in Riverview. Mindy, MJ Morning Show, you're up. Hi.
Good morning.
All right, so Mindy, what do we do in this situation? You're sandwiched in between two, larger passengers. What do you do?
I would have done exactly what she did for the comfort of everybody. Let me start out by saying nobody ever accused me of being petite. Okay, I'm not a belt extender size, but I'm not petite.
You're curvy.
My husband is a big man, and when we travel together, I don't want to sit next to him. It's uncomfortable.
Hold on, did you say your husband's a big man?
How big?
How big? Probably 350 pounds.
All right, so you're telling me that you don't even want to sit next to your husband on a flight?
No, because the first thing he does, he can't help it. He lifts the arm thing between us, and he moves over and takes part of my seat.
He's like the size of a
Right?
fester.
He's encroaching.
I love the guy. This is not the issue. The issue is planes are horrible. The seats are designed for people who weigh 98 pounds. I don't know how any man fits in the seat.
Well, the seats have also gotten narrower. The seat pitch, meaning the distance between seat to the row in front of you, that is narrowed down. It used to be on average like 34 inches, and now I think the average is like 30, 31 at this point to squeeze more seats in the airplane. Thank you, Mindy. I appreciate the call. Let me grab Matthew in Tampa. Matthew, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Matt.
Hey, how you doing?
Well, what's your take here?
Well, I've been flying for many years, and as you pointed out, seats definitely have been getting smaller. I think that
The problem is Leon is getting larger and the seats are getting smaller.
I think the issue really is how about she went about it, because you can definitely casually say, hey, is there an open aisle seat, or hey, is there a window seat, really without insinuating that you're trying to move because of somebody else. Had she done that smoothly and effectively, I don't think they would have, had a big issue with it.
Yeah, Matthew.
However,
go ahead.
However, maybe they were looking for something to complain. There's a lot of news stories about larger people on airlines these days, and some of them are getting, extra compensation somewhere. It's kind of interesting.
Thanks for the call. Appreciate it.
And Leon's getting larger.
Yes, he is. Angel's in Bartow. Angel, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Morning, MJ. Hey, listen.
Do you like Angel or Angel?
Angel, Angel, whichever you prefer.
All right, you're up.
So, listen, I was that fat guy. I was that guy that always, we always flew for business. I always try to sit in the aisle seat for that exact reason. Whenever I'd see somebody come sit in the middle seat, I would always lean towards the aisle to kind of give them space.
Mm-hmm.
But I would always be that person watching them walk down the aisle, please don't sit next to me, please don't sit next to me, hoping they would sit somewhere else. And if someone sat next to me and said, hey, listen, I'm going to get another seat, I'd be like, thank you, go. Find another seat, I'm good with that. Give me more space. I was pushing 400 pounds. I'm 250 now, so I feel great. I could fit in one seat now, not two seats. But I wouldn't have said anything. If she wanted to move, she could have moved, and I would have been perfectly content with that.
Yeah, I would think that the two people that now that they have the middle seat open, you lift up the armrest, and boom, it's like you've moved into a spacious apartment all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for the call, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Have a great day. Let me grab two more calls. I got to move on. Chris is in Tampa. Hey, Chris, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Good morning.
Morning, Chris. What do you say here? What's your take on this whole situation?
I think average-sized people are becoming the minority, and you're not going to win because no matter what, they're angry at themselves or angry at whatever society does, and the airplanes are getting smaller.
Yeah, the planes are getting smaller. It's just that the seats are getting smaller, really, yeah.
Seats are getting smaller, but even that, people are getting bigger because they keep eating too much.
It's true.
That's
how it happens.
Good observation, Chris. Thank you. Last call. Jim's in Newport Richie. Hey, Jim. Final say on this, on the woman that was called a fatphobic because she was in the middle seat between two large people. She asked to move, and she's been labeled the fatphobic. Your thoughts here, Jim?
I sympathize with the woman, and there's no problem in asking to be relocated. But I got a point of view on, as a former employee of a major airline for 36 years, I think back in the earlier years, the airlines had rules for shipping animals in kennels, and those rules allowed more space for animals than they do passengers.
Oh, wow.
It's true. I mean, if you shipped a dog or a cat in the kennel, the rule was that the animal had to stand up and completely turn around in the kennel. Maybe we should put passengers in kennels from now on. They'd have more room.
You know what? I've seen some of those big kennels for the big dogs they put in the forward cargo section, and I'm thinking maybe that might be a better way to travel.
It's amazing, but the thing is that the airlines, when they order these aircraft, they order them with certain configuration and certain size. And sometimes over a period of time, they modify the entire interior of those aircraft to accommodate more passengers.
Yeah, listen, I know over the years I've read plenty of stories and, I've read about airline A, B, C, whatever airline, that they essentially sometimes they can add like one or two rows to an aircraft, and that's just taking away space, and that's where your seat pitch has gone down over the years. And, Jim, you said you were with an airline for 36 years. Were you a pilot for 36 years?
No, it was in operations mostly, most of my career.
Gotcha.
I worked for Delta, and fantastic career, loved it. But one of the interesting things is that I think back when we used to have to balance aircraft, the average passenger had a certain weight. Can you imagine what that's changed to today?
Oh, listen, and we had a story, I don't know, last week or 10 days or so. There was a New Zealand airline that was asking passengers to voluntarily step on a scale They wanted to weigh 10,000 passengers. I think it's probably still going on. I don't know. But I think it was Air New Zealand, and they were trying to get some real-world weights by having passengers agree, and it wasn't mandatory, but to get the weights of passengers at the gate so they could try to put together what the new average weight of a passenger is. And, yeah, weight and balance. I've been on aircraft where they've moved people to different parts of the plane for weight and balance. There are some times that they put sandbags on aircraft in the cargo section to actually balance an aircraft. And I'll tell you right now, I have been on an airline where I had to get weighed. I have been on like little planes. It might have been flying from in Australia. I flew to Lizard Island years ago on my honeymoon with Michelle. And I believe on the little plane that we flew to Lizard Island that we had to step on a scale. I know. Listen, I'm going to Little Cayman. I'm flying the MAX 8 Cayman Air. I'm flying it out of Tampa in a couple of weeks. I land in Grand. I'm on the ground in Grand for an hour, and then I jump on a Dash 6, a Twin Otter. And those planes, they're very weight sensitive. They don't weigh the passengers, but they weigh all of the luggage, even my carry-on. I carry on my regulators and my dive computers. They actually weigh the carry-on bags, and they mark the weight on the little, Cayman Air little tag that they put on there. So they're very weight sensitive. Oh, I'll tell you what. I can't remember the airline, but when I flew like Taka, I think. I think I flew Taka to Belize City, and then I flew from Belize City to Ambergris Key off of Belize, and they weighed me on that flight. All the passengers had to step on a scale. So, that has been done. Hey, Jim, thanks for the call, buddy.
All right, take care.
Have a great day. Yeah, Rox.
MJ, you see that video of the guy who woke up on a plane in the apartment or compartment above the overhead compartment to store luggage?
Yeah, I'm not buying that.
You didn't buy it?
Yeah, I saw that over the weekend.
Well, that's more comfy than the seats.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah, guy claimed he was on some kind of weekend bender and he woke up in the
yes.
luggage bin.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I'm not buying that.
He was in Ibiza.
Come on.
In Ibiza at a bachelor party.
Speaking of airplanes, it doesn't matter if you're a Hollywood celebrity. If you do this, it's not going to end well. Marlon Wayans, one of the Wayans brothers.
Oh, I love those guys.
I love when they weigh in.
Hey,
White chicks? Good stuff. Scary movie?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah,
Don't be a menace to South Central. Drinking a juice in the hood.
You can go that way. You just can't go the other way.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the deal. And I like the Wayans brothers.
Very
and in
talented.
fact, who's the Keenan Ivory Wayans
And Marlon.
Yeah. So Keenan, though, he's the oldest one.
Yeah.
And so Keenan, he used to live right down the street from me. He lived on Orange Avenue in Hollywood when I was in L.A. back in 89, 90, 91. And he used to have a black Range Rover.
Ooh.
He had a black Range Rover, like an 89, 90 HSE, I think it was. And, man, those things were the bomb back then.
That must have been around the In Living Color time.
It was. It was in Living Color times. And he lived right down the street from me. I used to see him all the time. But, listen, it doesn't matter if you're a celebrity or not. If you do this, it's not going to end well. Marlon Wayans of the Wayans brothers and United Airlines, they had a little bit of an issue on Friday at the DIA, Denver International Airport. There's a whole bunch of social media on this. There are a ton of Instagram posts. Wayans, who's 50 years old now, he says that a gate agent told him he had too many carry-on bags to get on the flight, and then the whole thing got escalated. He said, I complied and consolidated them, and he was like, oh, now you have to check that bag. Most agents are always loved, but every now and then you come across bad people. This was one of them. Here's what happened. So apparently he had like 3 carry-ons. You're allowed to have 2 carry-ons.
Yeah. I've seen this happen.
Yeah.
What he's describing, this happens.
Hey, when Michelle and I, or was it Chloe? I'm trying to think. It might have been on the way back. I'm trying to remember. But last weekend when we traveled to Connecticut and back, it was one of our flights where the announcement was made in the boarding area, and the gate agent was a stickler. You're allowed to have 1 carry-on bag and 1 personal item. If you have more, we're going to make you consolidate or check. And then I remember this distinctly. If you have a crossbody bag, that is a bag. That counts as a bag. So there was like this whole lecture at the gate. But here's what happened with Marlon Wayans. So he had like 3 carry-ons. He tried to consolidate, but then it became too big, apparently. So then the agent says, nope, you got to check that now. So it escalates. Here's what happened. Marlon Wayans pushed past the gate agent onto the jet bridge to get on the plane.
Whoa.
And just essentially said, you know what? I'm not dealing with you. I'm going on. And pushed past the agent. Now, let me ask you a question. How well do you think that's going to work out? When you push past the agent at the gate?
Well, I mean, he's Marlon Wayans.
No, listen, is that going to work out well for anybody? No, the answer is no. You can't do a stupid thing. You can't do something dopey and try to push past the gate agent. That is not going to end well. So he says, I complied, consolidated. United Airlines responded in a statement to USA Today. A customer who had been told that he would have to gate check his bag instead pushed past a United employee at the jet bridge and attempted to board the aircraft. Marlon Wayans was cited for the incident at Denver International Airport on June 9th. So what was that? Was that on...
Wait, was that when Fester traveled?
That was on Friday. Fester was at DIA flying in the same exact day. Absolutely.
He should have done an investigation.
Investigation.
Yes.
Yeah, the spokesman added that the customer did not fly United to his destination following the incident. They removed him from the plane. Like I said, that's not going to work out well for you to push past the agent. What do you think? The agent's going to say, oh, well, okay, I'll just let him go. No. The agents, they go into like fight or flight mode at that point. No pun intended. Yeah. And so they wouldn't let him fly. They kicked him off the plane. He was cited he was given a ticket. So and Marlon Wayans, doesn't matter whether you're a celebrity or not, you pick a fight at the airport, you are not going to win.
And didn't we find out, because we talked about this, I saw it happen with a non-celebrity person in front of me in Miami, and she got into it with one of the gate agents. But didn't we find out that there are people like lurking in that area where people are boarding who are watching the flight attendants and the gate agents to make sure that they don't let people on with too much stuff? So they'll get fined.
I'm sure they're not going to get fined. You might get in trouble.
I feel like the gate agents get monetarily punished if they let people on and get caught.
Listen, every airline's going to have their own policy. And is it out of the question that they have supervisors kind of watching to see what's going on, and if the gate agent is doing their job to police and monitor the amount and the size of the carry-ons? I'm sure that occurs. I'm sure you're 100% right. But I don't know what the penalties are, as far as the employees go. All right, when we get back, speaking of celebrities, the Britney Spears story, we got a hell of a he said, she said. We've got accusations. We've got denials. We've got crystal freaking meth. Oh, if you don't know
it's Monday.
If you don't know what's going on with Britney Spears, did you see speaking of Colorado, did you see the cop that punched the lady in the hospital that spit on him?
Oh, man, that's a great video.
This is, hey, Andrew, how long did it take you to bleep this?
Yeah, it took a while. I think I got them all.
You've got to hear this audio, folks. All right, we are loaded next. Don't move. We have another long chunk of the show. We'll also give away Foreigner and Loverboy tickets at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater coming up in July. So next hour, 9 o'clock hour, you can win concert tickets for Foreigner with Loverboy. And it's all on the way next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Don't move. Morning show on Q105 at 8:59, a minute away from 9 o'clock. MJ and the crew. So a minute away from crossing into the 9, and that means that the ticket window will be activated. So sometime in the 9 o'clock hour before we shut things down, we'll give away tickets for Foreigner and Loverboy, and that'll happen sometime coming up next hour. So literally in 30 seconds, the 9 o'clock hour begins, and then boom, you could win tickets. So Foreigner Loverboy, July 9th at the Amphitheater. Roxanne, I asked you earlier to name a Foreigner song, and you said, Don't Stop Believing. And, of course, that's Journey. Could you name a lover? I need your hands in the air. Hands in the air. Do not drop your hands. Put your hands in the air like you don't care.
Okay,
I'm just trying to keep her little beady fingers off the keyboards. Hands up. Hands in the air. Like you're under arrest.
I was fluffing my hair. I wasn't doing anything.
Don't be a fluffer during the show.
Hands in the air. Name a Loverboy song. Hurry up.
Jukebox hero.
Rock the Casbah. No, that's...
Wanna be a lover boy.
Aren't you a DJ?
That's
No,
Billy.
I just said Jukebox hero. That's one.
Loverboy is Billy Ocean.
Oh, well, I mean, they shouldn't have the same name as a song.
Billy
that
Ocean
seems like
should
that would
only...
So
be-
you can't name a Loverboy song?
I just did. Jukebox hero.
Billy Ocean should only
Isn't
sing about the
that
ocean.
right? Oh, no, that's Foreigner.
It's not-
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah,
oh,
Loverboy's not-
Loverboy. Loverboy. I'm sorry.
Hands in the air. And don't
Loverboy.
cover your eyes. No, cover your eyes with one. Hey, no, cover your eyes with one hand. Cover your eyes because people are going to text you. Both hands on your eyes. Do not look at. No, you're looking. You can't. Can you name a Loverboy song?
No, I can't. But I know once you say it, I'll be like, of course I knew that.
Everybody's
working for the
working
weekend.
for-
Of course.
Of course, but you didn't say it. I got to sing
I
it.
knew that one. Yeah.
Anyway.
God, how old do you guys think I am? I
Hey,
didn't grow up on this music or anything.
Let me ask you something else.
What?
So you sent me prep yesterday.
Yeah.
12:39 p.m. You're sending me prep, and mixed in your prep, you're sending me various stories that
Yes.
you thought might be of interest for the MJ Morning Show today.
Very
You're
good
giving me
job.
little stories and narratives, and then you have a little P.S. P.S.
What's
We are
that PS?
cruising your hood right now.
Yep.
Why are you always cruising my hood?
What a creep.
I know, this is weird.
Me too,
Why
me too.
Why are you always driving by my house?
We're always taking a Sunday drive in your neighborhood.
Why is that? Why is it like always I'm getting emails? So, by the way, we're in your neighborhood right now.
Are you
We're
hoping
driving.
to catch him outside, maybe?
What are you hoping to have? Want to see me mowing my lawn shirtless? What are you looking for?
Sick.
Walking the
By the way,
dogs
we've had the shirtless lawnmower dude who lives down the street for 18 years now.
And how is he still buff?
By the way, yeah, he's in pretty good shape actually.
He should get his skin checked out.
Maybe show. Maybe look for some irregularities. Just a little melanoma type situation.
Play it safe,
Yeah, please go visit a dermatologist. Get a full body check.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, why are you constantly driving in my neighborhood? And why are you telling me?
Speculate.
How many times are you driving my neighborhood that you don't tell me? That's
a lot.
Froggy. That's probably even more important, right?
Are you guys looking for properties or something?
Yeah, I mean, just.
I mean,
check.
that's a high-priced neighborhood there.
No, it's not. It's a very low-priced neighborhood. It's very low-priced.
It's very economical.
It's the low-rent district, all
Looking
right?
for deals. In
I
your
Very
neighborhood.
low rent.
Half the houses come with a moat and drawbridge, but it's really low.
I cleaned up crack pipes and needles off my front
That's
yard
what we're
yesterday.
doing. We're looking for drugs. We're looking to buy drugs when we're cruising your neighborhood.
Yeah, that's good.
We got tons of hookers and drug pushers on the corner in my neighborhood. No, so why are you always in my neighborhood?
Why is it a problem for you?
I'm not driving in your neighborhood.
Yeah, because
How many times have I said P.S.? I'm in your neighborhood right now. P.S. I'm
It's a
driving
gated
by your house.
She does that. She'll message me and say I'm driving around your house. I'm driving past
Yeah, I
your
do.
neighborhood. She does it to everybody. Probably.
I'm doing donuts in your front yard right now.
Donuts in your cul-de-sac.
Can I ask why you were in my neighborhood again?
I just told you we just drive around and look at houses, and Doug will be like, "Cliff did that house." Da, 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 da. He just points to.
How many times do you drive around pointing at the same houses?
I know it is the same
You guys
tour.
should really come up with other hobbies.
I'm telling you. Is it that boring? You guys just got to drive around, look at the same houses, and talk about the friends? Yeah, my friend did the siding on that house. Yeah. Hey, see that sprinkler head?
God, that sounds
terrible. Ralphie did that sprinkler head over here.
Hey, Pedro, he did this house over here. Great, Doug.
All right. So moving along to Britney Spears, and this is pretty serious. We got this is a he said, she said, and I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this Britney Spears mess.
Leave Britney alone.
All right, calm down. Put your pants back on. Listen, I'm in defense of Britney Spears, and this is some crazy stuff. Britney Spears' family fears that she's on meth and may die like Amy Winehouse. So this is now developing. There's been all kinds of ups and downs and all kinds of accusations. You've had the conservatorship, which ended, and then the accusations that Britney went out of control after the conservatorship, but the father was all hinky with the I mean, this is crazy stuff. Listen to this. Spears' ex-husband, Kevin Federline, that's K-Fed, and her estranged father, Jamie Spears, said in a new interview that they suspect that she's on drugs and could die as a result. Quote, I fear she's on meth. I've been praying someone would make it public and that she wakes up. Kevin Federline, 45, told the Daily Mail on Saturday, it's terrifying. She is the mother of my boys. Britney may die like Amy Winehouse, according to Jamie Spears. But listen, this is insane. Then K-Fed is now saying this is crap. K-Fed is slamming a recent report claiming that he fears that his ex, Britney Spears, is using crystal meth.
Maybe her people got to him.
So wait a sec. Mm-hmm. The Daily Mail is claiming that he said this directly in a quote, and now he's saying, I never said that. So what the hell is going on here?
K-Fed.
Yeah.
Can we get a quote from Jason Alexander, another one of her husbands?
Federline told the Daily Mail Saturday, I fear she's on meth. It's terrifying. And then another story now, according to TMZ, is that he's denying it and saying that the reports are false, that they're lies, that Kevin Federline is slamming the distressing report claiming that Britney Spears is on crystal meth.
How would somebody like her get meth?
How does the Daily Mail publish a direct quote from Kevin Federline and then later on he tells Page 6 that it's not true? How does that happen?
Maybe he said JK LOL at the end.
Maybe he was on meth when he said it and forgot. No, I don't want to start rumors about Kevin. He's not on meth.
So you say.
You just opened up a whole legal issue. Oh, phew. You got a good attorney?
Oh, yeah.
Are you by any chance, are you indemnified by Beasley?
What does that mean?
Ooh. Oh, you don't know that. Oh boy.
Ooh.
What am I laughing at? I don't know either.
Guys, look it up. I don't have time for a legal lesson here. No. Indemnified. Does Beasley essentially take responsibility for what you do?
Yeah. So if I I don't know, murder somebody.
No, not
Beasley,
that.
No. What?
They're responsible. Yes.
So I'm just curious.
A short little radio host.
Yeah. So so is that bizarre? The Daily Mail, which is a pretty good operation, which most things are accurate there, they're claiming that they have a quote from Kevin Federline that Britney Spears is on crystal meth, and then Page 6 says Kevin Federline is claiming he never said that.
Yeah, I mean, that's an aggressive accusation to say Britney, a mom of two, what are they, teenage boys, 17 and 19 or something now?
I don't know.
On meth.
I'm going to make a prediction.
What?
And this might be grim. I say Britney's dead within 2 years.
Oh, that is
Froggy,
grim.
that is awful. That is terrible.
Okay, I'll take it back, I guess. Just like K-Fed. No,
so you never said that?
Never said it.
Never said it.
No, but I do. I think that she's going down a bad path. I think she goes down the route of Michael Jackson and dies from some sort of overdose.
Hey, we had a close call on Saturday night.
With an overdose?
What happened?
Michelle and I were coming back from Council Oak.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I thought you were going to say counseling. I was like, oh God, you guys are doing really bad.
So we went out to dinner with friends. By the way, there's a lovely picture on my Instagram right now.
Dude, you're like touching Michelle's boob in that picture. What are you doing?
What do you mean I'm touching her boob?
You are so gropey with her.
I'm not touching her boob. My hand is over her shoulder.
Look how close it is to her boob.
Very PDA. Very PDA.
It's a great picture. So it's 6 of us, 3 couples.
It is so gropey.
It is. What do you mean it's gropey?
What are you doing?
It's actually in the creepiest. Like, I mean, I know that's your wife and she's beautiful and you can't blame you, but like it's in the position of like you're about to snatch her boob.
Everybody comment how creepy that picture is. Certified MJ Radio.
It is not a creepy picture. First of all, there's someone else that's pretty well known. I'm not going to say who it is.
Oh, we know who it is.
But there's somebody that's well known. Not just me. There's someone that's well known.
Michelle?
Not Michelle. There's somebody else in the photo. If you want to guess who the local celeb is in the photo that we were at dinner with on Saturday night at Council Oak at the Hard Rock, if you want to check it out, the picture is on Certified MJ Radio. This is my Instagram account, Certified MJ Radio. So look at what they're calling the creepy hand boob picture with Michelle and me. And then next to us, what famous face locally is standing next to us? Again, the image is on my personal Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. So give that a look-see. Give that a look. See if you can figure out who it is. Yeah, leave a comment if you want. And I'm going to tell you right now.
Man, you're being so inappropriate.
So Certified MJ Radio, Certified MJ Radio on Instagram, and a couple of things to look at. It is not inappropriate. My hand is fine. And then and then give me a follow while you're there. If you don't follow me on Instagram, give me a follow because you never know what's going to pop up.
2 important questions for you.
Yeah.
Question number 1, did the celeb that you were with get more attention than you from looky-loos and fans?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And
because he's more visual. He's known, but listen, plenty of people know me and knew me.
Yes.
You know what it was? If you look at my comment section, there were people that said they saw me there, but they didn't come up to say hi.
They're all very famous.
One of the comments was like, "Hey, I saw you at Council Oak on Saturday night. We were having dinner too, and I didn't want to be a creeper.
Wanted to respect your privacy."
Yeah, but I responded back, "No, you're not a creeper. If you're a listener, please say hi. If I'm out anywhere, if I'm at dinner, I'm not going to jump down your throat. I like to meet people. It's people like you that listen that make our jobs possible. So if you see me anywhere, and do not be afraid to say hello. Okay. So that's one of the. And
if you talk to me and I'm at dinner, I'm going to throw my drink in your face.
Let me tell you right now that I had one of the best steaks at Council Oak that I had in a long time. I had not been to Council Oak in a while.
They never disappoint.
You know what? I was there. I've only been there 3 times. Last time I was there, it's been a while. It's probably been almost 10 years since I was there. And it was great the last time I was there. It was great the first time. So this is my 3rd time at Council Oak. And, I got to go there more often because we shared, 3 of us, the 3 guys, we shared, I think it was a 32 or a 34-ounce bone-in ribeye.
You shared a steak with 2 men?
Yeah. Well,
and you also had color-coordinated outfits on. Did you guys text each other before the dinner?
This is a 34-ounce whopper of a steak.
Did you share one of those with Andrew?
Listen, I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
What was that, Andrew?
You shared the ribeye with me before.
Yeah, but that was at Meat Market
Right.
at our Christmas party last December.
He shared his meat with all kinds of men.
Is that your thing?
So
You go out to dinner,
guys,
after man
will you
after
stop
man.
it, please?
Say, can I share my
listen,
meat with
I'm
you?
just saying that at Council Oak, the USDA prime ribeye that we had the bone in was spectacular. I'm telling you,
Unbelievable.
Have you been to Council Oak then?
Oh yeah, it's my favorite. My favorite restaurant,
All right.
and that's my favorite cut.
All right, so that steak, it was one of the best cuts I've had, and you're gonna love this. Listen to this. I don't know how this happened. I post that we were at Council Oak and our steak was fantastic. The head butcher responds back to me like 12 minutes after I posted on Saturday night. You got to look at this thing. Hang on a minute. So I got to try and find this. The butcher dude responds.
What's his name, Sam?
Butcher Ricardo. The guy's name is Ricardo. So I got to find his actual. I just found one of the posts. He responded like 3 times here, and Ricardo said, "Hey, next time I'd like to get a selfie with you." If he knew I was there, I don't know if he knew I was there until after I responded. but I talked about how good the steak was, and Ricardo, the butcher. Let me see if there's more information. All right, here's his post. It's in the Ricardo Gonzalez. I'm a butcher and meat is my passion. I call home Tampa, Florida. Proud father to awesome corgi. And then it's pictures of him inside the butcher shop over at Council Oak. And the guy responds to me. I mean, just minutes after I post, it's like, but I don't even think he follows me. I'm looking at him here. I don't even see him as a follower. Hang on, let me see. Following. You know. Hang on, waiting for this thing. No, he doesn't even follow me. And he knew that I posted just moments after I commented on how good the steak was. Anyway.
Oh, I can't wait for that Tampa Bay walk of, what is it, Walk of Phlegm? Walk of Fame?
Oh, the Walk of Fame?
And you're going to be the first name, and I'm going to look at it and go,
oh, come on. First of all, I'm sure that I won't make it on the Tampa Bay Walk of... I know that, Jack Harris is pushing that.
Yes, I know that. So that's the only reason why I know about it.
Yeah, Jack Harris... formerly of radio here in the Tampa Bay area. Jack Harris, long illustrious career. He's suggesting that there's a Tampa Bay Walk of Fame, kind of like in Hollywood, on Hollywood Boulevard, all the stars, the Star Walk of Fame. And he thinks we got to do one for people that are famous and of note here in the Tampa Bay area.
And I'm pitching the Walk of Phlegm with the worst people in Tampa Bay.
Please stop it, Froggy. So we're on the way back from Council Oak. This is Saturday night. It's about 11 p.m., and Michelle and I are on I-4, and we are almost at Ybor, I-4 westbound. And listen, I'm driving in like the second lane. I'm just following traffic. We're probably doing 65, whatever it is. And suddenly, out of nowhere, two cars fly by us at about 130 miles an hour. Oh, one of the cars pulls in front of me and threads the needle in between me and the car in front of me and almost hits us at about 130 miles an hour.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, out of nowhere. So then there were two cars. We think they were racing. It happened so fast.
You didn't get a plate?
It was, I couldn't even tell, and I'm good at what kind of cars things are. He was going so fast, I couldn't even tell what kind of car it was. And then flew off of I-4, off the exit, drove over like the median to get off. It was probably the closest call that I've ever had, accident-wise, potentially. So Michelle and I were almost hit by a maniac doing at least 120, 130 miles an hour. It was one of the most dangerous things. I mean, we were both shaken and rattled. I don't rattle easy. Wonder if, hang on, let me see if Michelle's available.
Did it come within inches of hitting you?
And, it's like, my God, why couldn't there have been a trooper there? Or
you need a camera for your car like they have.
Why couldn't there have been and I mentioned this to Michelle. I mentioned to Michelle, man, I need to get a dash cam.
Everybody has a dash cam.
Yeah, she must be doing something now.
The mailbox is full and cannot accept any.
You would have had this guy busted.
Listen, it was scary as hell.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, I'm sure.
What happened?
But listen, you're okay. You need a hug? You want a hug from me?
Listen, it was scary as hell. And I don't know what would have happened. I don't know. Listen, we're
at that speed, you would have.
Well, listen, we're in a pretty safe car, but again, I don't know what would have happened. But it is the most reckless thing that I've seen in a very long time, and it was right in front of us.
I'm not really out late on the weekends, but I would imagine that at 11 o'clock at night, you're going to see some of that.
You know what? And I said that to Michelle. I said to Michelle, you know what? This is why we shouldn't be on the interstate at 11 o'clock on a Saturday night.
Well,
it was just a later, we actually had dinner at 6:30, but it was just a good night. And then, we cruised to the casino and kind of like people watched a little bit. I didn't play anything because I'm a craps player. I play craps. And there's no craps at the Hard Rock yet, but remember they were supposed to get craps?
You didn't see the mechanical craps tables?
I need real craps.
You need real crap.
I need a real craps table. Yeah, that's what I play. That's the only thing I play is craps. because it's among the best odds for the player in the house. So, and I like the excitement. And I remember they were supposed to get craps tables. They were supposed to get roulette and craps. They're supposed to have full Vegas type games, and then it got pulled back. And wasn't that tied to the whole sports betting thing? And then aren't we heading toward potential sports betting? So I'm hoping that they get some craps at the Seminole Hard Rock, because I would go once a weekend, or not once a weekend.
You wouldn't.
Hang on a minute. Once.
All right, you're gonna have a problem.
Hold on. No, once. I would go like once a month, maybe. Or once every couple of months. I definitely don't have a gambling problem, and I definitely bet lower than my means. I just like the excitement of the game. I'm not trying to get loaded and rich. I don't have some kind of starry pie in the sky.
You're a whale.
I just like, I love playing craps, and I can play craps for, my record for playing craps is about, I think 8 or 9 hours straight.
Oh, and you give me crap for how much I watch YouTube in game?
Yeah, sometimes when we go to Vegas, and I haven't been to Vegas in 10 years.
You're sitting there like a drunk at a table for 9 hours eating pretzels and betting?
Go to the Bahamas and gamble. That's a quick little trip. That's not as far as going to Vegas.
Yeah, but like Vegas, we haven't been to Vegas in 10 years. But I would go out to dinner with Michelle, and we get finished at dinner, let's say 9:30, 10 o'clock, and then I'd go to the tables. And usually I usually don't play craps at the big casinos. I usually go to the kind of downtown, off the strip. I like the, I like in the old day. I like the Barbary Coast. That's gone now.
How about the Golden Nug?
But Golden Nugget is downtown. That's near Fremont.
I don't know. I've never been.
Golden Nugget downtown. So I generally go to the older casinos. That's where I like to play craps. But I would have dinner with Michelle. She'd hang with me for a bit. And then she'd a couple hours later, she'd go, back to the hotel room. And I'll play to sometimes the sun's coming up.
Vegas sounds like the worst place on earth.
It's been a while. I've been there in 10 years. We're probably due for a trip.
Sounds terrible.
Hey, Michelle, if you're listening, you want to go to Vegas soon? I kind of have the craps itch a little bit.
I do too.
Like to play some craps.
What's what I had for dinner last night?
Stop. All right, when we get back, I've got to play this audio. This is insane. What are you laughing at?
Because this is my favorite. I watched this 5 times yesterday.
A Colorado cop has been fired. He hit a woman, punched a woman in the face in a hospital. The woman was being brought in for medical treatment, and the woman was under arrest, and this woman's a mess. She is cursing up a storm. The nurse at the hospital is telling her to stop cursing. I mean, this is crazy. And the woman spits on the cop, and the cop knee-jerk reacts and punches her in the face. The cop's been fired.
Yeah.
But you got to hear what this lady is saying. It is unbelievable. And we'll get to that next. Final chunk of the show is coming up. Also, we'll give away the Foreigner and Loverboy tickets for July 9th at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. So free tickets on the way in minutes. And the final great chunk of the MJ Morning Show next here on Q105. Stand by. So. It is 9:30 at the MJ Morning Show. I'm looking at these Foreigner Loverboy tickets. We'll give those away in just a few minutes. Keep listening. I will tell you exactly when to phone in and what number caller to be. And before you know it, boom, you're going to be heading to Foreigner Loverboy July 9th at the amphitheater. Stand by. Hey, I'm going to get into this tomorrow because I just don't have enough time to get into this. But there is a new survey out, and 40% of adults still sleep with childhood stuffed animal. Come on, that can't be accurate.
What weirdos. I mean, I'm sorry, but seriously, what weirdos? You're weird for doing it, but also weird for telling people that you do it.
All right, for the late listeners of the show, this is one of these study finds deals. According to new data, 52% of Americans grew up sleeping with a security blanket or stuffed animal. 70% of those individuals, 40% overall, admit they still do, even when sharing a bed with a partner. Come on. You're telling me that 40% of adults still sleep with some kind of a stuffed animal or a security blanket. Stop.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
That does. All right, we're going to go to phones on this tomorrow. We don't have time to do it here, but I wanted to mention this, and I'm putting this on the list for tomorrow. We're going to talk about this. We're going to phones on this because I'm calling BS on this.
Who would do that, and who would say that they did it? I had a blanket when I was a kid.
Yep.
Like it was.
You shut your mic off?
Yeah, because I choked.
Okay.
I went,
what are you choking on?
I went like that, and I didn't want you to hear.
What are you choking on?
Oatmeal. I just ate I didn't stir my oatmeal quite well, and I just choked on dry piece of oatmeal.
I think it's physically impossible to choke on oatmeal.
But anyways, I had a blanket when I was a kid, and it was this yellow blanket, and it was named Rubby, and it had this ribbon around
that's
it.
creepy.
Sounds pornographic.
No. And it
Yes,
had
I got a Rubby over
really
here.
nice ribbon on it, and I would just always rub it on my face, and it was, but that's age-appropriate behavior, not adults having stuff like this.
I used to spit on. Okay, this is real. When I was a kid,
what are you going to say, Froggy?
I used to spit on the side of my bed and lay my hand on it on top of it because it was cold. Is that weird?
I'm sorry, what?
So
you used to spit on the side rail of your bed?
No, on my sheets.
You used to spit on your sheets?
On the corner of my bed, I would go and spit on it and then lay my hand on top of it because it was cold feeling. I did that for about 7 years.
So your psychological issues go
Isn't
back.
that weird?
Yes.
And I'd do it with both hands and I'd be like, it's cool and nice.
Well, like you're in a spa?
Yeah, and then when the spit got warm, I would spit again and make it.
All right, come on.
I swear to God.
Isn't the spit coming out of your mouth warm?
It was always nice and cool on my sheets.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know.
All right. Anyway, so I'm not buying this. 40% of adults sleep with a stuffed animal. Get out of here.
I did when I was a kid, but
well,
not as an adult.
Not as an adult. I'm calling BS on this. So we'll go to the real time, real life.
Oh boy, people are already mad at us.
Why? Well, hold on. For what?
People don't sleep.
Making those comments.
What comments?
Just sleeping with stuffed animals. Like, why are you judging?
Oh, geez. All right. Well, tell you what. All those that are texting in right now, make sure you're listening tomorrow. I'm going to book this for like 7:30 tomorrow. I'll book this for like 7:30, 7:40. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. We're going to grab phone calls on this. So hang on tomorrow morning. All right. This audio is insane. Colorado cop punches a handcuffed woman in the face after she spits on him while she's already been transported to a local hospital. This is in Loveland, Colorado. Officer's been fired. I mean, just socked the handcuffed woman in the face. She spits on him, and he immediately just hauls off and whacks her.
When he finally smacks her, it was like the third time she spit on him.
But you can't.
I know you can't do it.
Can't hit a hand. And then there are other cops in the room, and the other cop said, "Hey, step back. Come on." So the other cop in the room de-escalated and pulled the cop, extracted him out of the situation.
Yeah.
And noticed that was completely against protocol. And there's a whole video that the chief of police in Loveland, Colorado cut. I'm not going to play the chief, but he was praising the other officer for de-escalating and removing the aggressive cop from the situation. Listen, no matter how bad the perp is, and they're bad, police officers, they know, and most are trained very, very well, and most, even when you're dealing with the most egregious, horrific pieces of crap, as far as a suspect goes, you can't haul off and whack them. You know, there's been enough. I mean, you look at all of the cases, all the body cam issues, all of the issues that have arisen, and all the police that have been fired, arrested, tried, jailed. I don't know, especially with body cams these days. You can't do this. You shouldn't, even without a body cam, you shouldn't do it. So this cop was arrested. Former Loveland, Colorado cop Russell Moranto, 28. He's out of a career. He's been fired. Holding the detained woman down. She repeatedly is cursing, insulting the other officers. She was found wandering around in traffic back on May 20th. They just released the video late last week. The woman, identified as Angelia Hall, 58 years old, is just cursing. I mean, I got to play this audio.
Oh, man, you sure you got everything there, Andrew?
Andrew, dude, I'm trusting you. Did you get everything? All right, Andrew, did you get every curse word?
I think so.
All right, this is rough.
Oh, boy.
All right, listen to this. Oh, and hang on a minute. You know what? Let me solicit for the tickets right now. Foreigner and Loverboy, let's go. Foreigner and Loverboy, July 9th, Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. Let's go with caller number 75. Caller 75 right now, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Be the 75th caller. You're going to see Foreigner and Loverboy at the Amp in July, courtesy of the MJ Morning Show and Q105. Good luck. Looking for caller 75 right now. 800-990-1047. All right. Viewer discretion is advised. Listener discretion is advised. So we think we got all the bleeps. If we didn't, let us know. But this woman is going nuts, spits on the cop, and then the cop hauls off and whacks her. You can't do that.
Hey, give it back to me, you.
It has to with your property.
Hey, I can have it. Why can't I have a piece of paper?
They have policies here.
All right, so this is intense. The officer took a piece of paper out of her pocket. I guess it was hanging out of the back of her pocket, and she's flipping out.
Then take my pants off, too. Take my shirt off. Give me my piece of paper. Why can't I have it?
Hey,
piece of Why can't I have the paper, you piece of
Angelia.
You enjoy the Fifth Element.
Hey.
You wouldn't even know you
Angelia.
swine piece of
Continue to
So I'll
behave
tell you
this
what
way.
brings me in here today.
So the female voice you hear, that's the nurse trying to calm her down. They're trying to medically check her out. And the nurse is like, you got to stop cursing. The nurse leaves the room eventually.
Yeah, she's like, I can't take it.
I will not tolerate that.
You hear the nurse? The nurse is like, I will not tolerate this. Froggy, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, yeah, the nurse is like, I can't take this anymore and just leaves.
All right, here we go.
Come up.
You can calm down. I will
Put handcuffs on me as you seen. They took a piece of paper right out of my hands, bitch. You too. Can't even took a piece of paper right out of my hands. Just instigating me. An authority, bitch. An asswipe.
This will go a lot smoother.
Don't even touch me, you piece of Really? You handcuff me, you asswipe, bitch. Give me my paper back. Yeah. See how he instigates?
I mean, this woman is out of control.
Don't spit.
I mean, she must be on
That's
something.
right where he hits her, right there.
Right. So he says, don't spit.
Oh, hey. Don't
See what he does?
Back off.
See what he does?
Back off.
All right, so she got hit right there, and you hear the back off. That's the other officer removing the cop from the situation and taking him out of the room. And then the Loveland, Colorado police chief then is praising that other officer and his training to de-escalate and remove that officer from that situation right away after he hauled off and whacked the lady in the face after she did spit on him. But you can't hit the suspect, a handcuffed suspect. You can't do it.
I want video of that. I want video of that.
So now she's like, I want video of that. And listen, the video's out. You see the cop hitting her, and the cop's been fired out in Colorado.
I want video of that asswipe. I want video of that. I want video of that. He punched me in the face.
Damn, sit down.
I want video of that. I didn't touch
I will
it.
handle
My hands are handcuffed. He punched me in the face.
I mean, that is insane.
She's like possessed.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
And then she knows the body cam's rolling. I want video of that. I mean, it's just crazy.
That voice is stressing me out.
It was almost like it was in between a punch and a pie face. You know when you pie face somebody and you push their face in? It was like in between that. He didn't like
It wasn't like a closed
Yeah,
fist,
yeah.
like a sucker punch.
It's like
but
he just snapped.
Yeah.
It was total control.
it was like an instant knee jerk that she spit on him, and he just kind of like his arm like reflexed and like whacked her in the face a little bit.
Like immediately.
Yeah, but wrong thing to do.
Oh, Angelia, just calm down.
Yeah.
She doesn't look like an Angelia to me.
Yeah, she's no angel, I'll tell you that. Man, I'm looking at how much stuff we didn't get to today. We have such a loaded show already for tomorrow.
Oh, wait.
I didn't get to the alien story. I got to get to the aliens, which is right up Roxanne's alley.
Oh, yeah, I want to talk about this.
Yeah.
But did you do the 911 story? I don't remember you
The
doing
which
that.
one?
The 911. Oh.
That's not what we're calling it. The 910 story of the day or whatever.
Yeah, I forgot to do that again. Listen, I'm trying to work in the new benchmark, and I kind of,
The 910.
the must-hear 910 story. All right. Why do you remind me half an hour after I miss it?
I just realized it.
Yeah, can you do me a favor? Can you remind me of the 910s? Can you guys, anyone help me out here?
Before 940.
Yeah, I'm trying to,
Trying to get a little bit,
yeah, little traction.
You guys give me a little help over here, okay?
I saw that it was 9-4.
Yeah.
And so I just.
All right.
What are you doing?
Are you doing an orgasm sound?
All right, well, do it again, please.
Well, I looked at the clock and I was like, oh, look, it's 9-4. Oh, and that means we forgot our. What? We forgot our 9.
Like 30 minutes. Hi, good morning. Who's this?
What?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, hi, good morning. Who is this?
This is Kim Morgan,
Hey, Kim, where are you calling from?
Winter Haven, Florida.
Would you like to go see Foreigner and Loverboy at the amphitheater in July on July 9th?
OMG. Yes, I would absolutely love to. This is crazy.
Kim, you call us 75. You win.
Yes, I did.
All right, so you got the tickets. Enjoy the concert, Kim. Thank you for listening to the MJ Morning Show. We highly appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Kim, you have a wonderful day. I'm so happy that you won. I'm going to put you on hold, and Andrew's going to get all your information, all right?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening. All right, so we're low. We have so much stuff I didn't get to. I got a whole show sitting right here, so tomorrow's going to be fantastic as well. Thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. MJ Morning Show on Q105. If you need to get a hold of me, it's a very simple process. My private email is mj@mjmorningshow.com. Got a bunch of things on my Instagram that I didn't even get to talk about. Half of them. We'll do that tomorrow as well. If you don't check out my Instagram, check it out. I'm Certified MJ Radio. Give me a follow. Also follow the morning show at MJ Morning Show on Instagram. Folks, have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow on the MJ Morning Show on Q105, and let's be careful out there.
The Q105 app is your connection to all the big contests. Powered by Anna Jar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747